Hiss. 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 This scene immediately made the audience in Beiming World gasp. Uzumaki Ailu's contrast surprised everyone. Moreover, the opponent's strength is even more astonishing. Is this the strength of Uzumaki's third daughter? Facing the Otsutsuki clan who claim to be gods, the indifference in Uzumaki's eyes is like looking at Otsutsuki or Ashiki like looking at ants. Today, you must die. How arrogant and confident this is. Uchiha Madara. Awesome, it seems that the descendants of Koronaru have excellent control over time and space. Senju Tobirama. That's not the point is that the descendants of Koronaru seem to be more terrifying than the Otsutsuki clan. Terumi Mei. In the future of the ninja world, is the existence of the Uzumaki clan superior to the Otsutsuki clan? Onoki. But I'm curious, Uzumaki Kansumi is Ilu's younger sister. Why doesn't she know her sister's ability? Fourth Raikage. It's easy to explain. Uzumaki has mind-reading skills. Even Nine Tails is not particularly clear. Isn't L's hidden strength the reason she inherited it? Namikaze Minato. Did you pay attention to L's words just now? She said that the trick she used was the result of long-term practice with that child in the gravity space. Gravity space? Fourth Hokage's remarks once again sparked controversy. In the ninja world, no one has been found who can change the change of gravity through their own power. The only place where gravity can be enhanced is the gravity world created by Otsutsuki Kaguya blood succession snare. Could it be that at this moment, the audience was even more stunned? Uchiha Madara. Does it mean that in the future, Otsutsuki Kaguya will also belong to Uzumaki Koronaru? Senju Tobirama. If you want it, it should be, otherwise Kuromaki. No, since Kuromaki's daughter already possesses the power of blood succession snare, Uzumaki Kuromaki must also have this power. With his wisdom, he wants to create gravitational space is not difficult. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. In your opinion, is the mother of the Kuromaki world also defeated by Kuromaki? Otsutsuki Kaguya. I even doubt whether Koronaru has the power to devour other people's blood and chakra. To put it simply, he can gain the other party's power by eating people. Uzumaki Kushina. Uzumaki Kushina, it's impossible. Uzumaki Ailu's indifferent remarks immediately aroused Otsutsuki or Ashiki's anger. As the Otsutsuki family, in their eyes, the creatures in the entire universe are inferior species. The meaning of the existence of the planet they live on is to supply the Otsutsuki family for chakra alchemy and provide nutrients for the growth of the sacred tree. However, Uzumaki Ailu in front of me dares to announce to his face that he will let die? Mere ants. Otsutsuki Urashi dragged the pain in his body and stood up abruptly. The powerful chakra emanating from his body even blew everything around him into a mess. Who the hell is he? Why is it so scary? Also, what's with his white eyes? Could it be our Hyuga clan? No. Why do you call him Otsutsuki? Pura's powerful aura made Hyuga Hinata startled. She knew very well that without Jin's barrier protection, she and Xian would not be able to resist just based on the aura that the other party radiated just now. No, Mom Hinata. Uzumaki laughed awkwardly, and then said seriously. They are the Otsutsuki family who came to the ninja world from other planets in the universe. The purpose is to obtain the huge chakra in the father's body to refine the elixir that they can take. What? Azuki Xian and Hyuga Hinata are shocked at the same time. In the future world, there are aliens coming to the ninja world? Looking at the shock of the two, Jin touched her nose in embarrassment. I complained in my heart. Actually, the Otsutsuki clan appeared in the ninja world earlier than the ninjas. It seems that Kaguya-ji, who claims to be the ancestor of the ninja, has not met his father yet. Thinking of Otsutsuki Kaguya Xiao Qing's aloof look, Uzumaki couldn't help laughing. In the future world, Otsutsuki Kaguya lives in the Guangan temple that Naruto created for her alone. It is a palace in the sky built on the boulder rising from the Six Paths planetary devastation. It's just that whenever Otsutsuki Kaguya and Uzumaki Naruto meet, they will pull on Kaguya's identity. She said, I am the ancestor of chakra, the ancestor of all your ninjas. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't care. Chakra is chakra, blood is blood. And since ninjas have the concept of chakra, they can refine chakra through their own practice. Bloodlines are inherited from parents, grandparents, etc. in a strict sense. Only the inheritance of bloodlines can be called ancestors. Should we report Uzumaki Naruto-sama about Urashiki? Azuki Shion doesn't care if the opponent is an alien or something, but the guy in front of him obviously wants to hurt Uzumaki Naruto. What's more, at this moment, Pushi is fighting with his daughter. What if his daughter gets hurt? No, don't be nervous. Third sister will not lose to Pushi. Kan Sumair, Asahi Yan and Hinata cast a reassuring smile. Of course there is no need to report to Uzumaki Naruto. Just based on the chakra fluctuations emanating from Uzumaki Ailu and Otsutsuki Urashiki, it must have caught Naruto's attention long ago. Not to mention, since just now, Uzumaki has felt the familiar aura of space-time fluctuations in herself and others. This kind of breath is the kind of breath fluctuation that all brothers and sisters would have when they went out to play as a family when they were children. Later, Jin also asked her mother, Shi Yuan. Aster did not explain too much, but said that it was their father Uzumaki Naruto who protected them. Audience. Hey! Got it wrong. Hymen's child has such a terrifying bloodline, does he still need the protection of time regression? It's too prudent to be a father. So, Uzumaki Kansumi is more sure of her own thoughts. Now, Uzumaki Naruto must be hiding somewhere in the back mountain and secretly observing their every move. Also, Uzumaki Naruto has obtained their identity information. At the same time, only a loud noise is heard. Otsutsuki Urashiki fell to the ground again. Hateful. Damn ants, you forced me into such a mess. Rinnegan glared at Urashiki, his face twitching in anger. Looking at Ailu who was walking towards him with a cold face, Pushi felt fear for the first time. Impossible. Why do people in this world have such terrifying power? Forget about that Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto, his children actually. Damn Uzumaki Naruto, Otsutsuki said in anger. Obviously it's only the alchemy materials of their Otsutsuki clan, but they dare to step on their Otsutsuki clan's head. Unforgivable. Thinking of this, Pushi stretched out his hand to the red light fish basket on his waist. Refine all the chakra contained in it. Although the pill is only the size of a fingernail, after Pushi took it, his physical condition immediately improved a lot. What did he do? Hinata exclaims and asks. All the injuries I received just now have been healed. The elixir, that's the chakra elixir I'm talking about. The Otsutsuki family evolved by relying on this kind of thing. Violet Yan squinted her eyes and looked solemn, but there was a little sugar in her expression. This way of relying on the outside to gain strength is always a crooked way. When you meet a real strong, their unstable power can't be defeated at all. Uzumaki Kansumi just finished speaking. The next second, everyone who was surprised by Tungmupiyu's actions frowned. I saw that Pushi, who was recovering his physical strength, did not take too many actions. He stretched out his arm, actually buckled his own Rinnegan, and swallowed it. The next moment, due to the golden light, Otsutsuki Urashiki has also undergone tremendous changes. The white eyes of both eyes turn golden, the golden Rinnegan opens on the forehead, multiple black horizontal stripes appear on the face, and huge horns that look like bird wings grow on the head. Even the feet turned into sharp black claws. He is transformed? Hyuga Hinata and Azuki Shion are dumbfounded. The other party's eyes turned into Rinnegan is beyond their cognition. Not to mention, after Pushi devoured his own Rinnegan, a golden third Rinnegan was actually opened between his foreheads. The original binocular Rinnegan turned into golden white eyes. Just by the change of eyes, it is enough to see how terrible the Otsutsuki Ura style is at this time. I'm not too sure, this may be the evolution of the Otsutsuki family. Uzumaki Kansumi smiled awkwardly. For the Otsutsuki family, she has some understanding. Momoshi, which appeared earlier than Pushi at that time, changed its appearance after devouring Jinshi. It must be the evolutionary performance after they devoured enough chakra. Do you think you will transform? Ants, this is the real transformation. Pushi, who has improved to a higher level, feels full of confidence. Far away. Nine Tails can feel the obvious changes in Pushi, and it is actually stronger than before. I don't know how many times. Naruto. Nine Tails panicked and said, "The power of that Otsutsuki clan has surpassed your daughter now. Aren't you going to help her?" However, Uzumaki Naruto did not respond to Nine Tails' question. He stared intently at the battle between the two sides. The scene where the palms trembled happened to be watched by Nine Tails. "Alright, I got it." Nine Tails nodded, and also looked at the battlefield. It understood what Uzumaki Naruto was thinking. Nervous? As a father, I will definitely worry about Uzumaki Ailu. However, this battle is obviously a battle between Isle and Arashiki. And in the state of time regression, Uzumaki Naruto is not worried that there will be problems with L's life. What he is looking forward to and worried about is whether Uzumaki Ailu can defeat the incoming Arashiki with his own strength. I am afraid that failure will give children bring a negative impact. Hum, Pushi after bursting into strength sneers. I remember that each of you brothers and sisters will use Uzumaki Naruto's Rasengan? Oh, no. You seem to only be able to use swords and swords. Pushi laughed dryly. If I lose to someone like you who can only juggle, wouldn't I lose face to the Otsutsuki clan? Otsutsuki Arashiki intends to make a quick decision. The moment the palm releases the purple chakra in the shape of a four-pointed star, the sky and the earth change color in an instant. The originally clear sky suddenly became cloudy, and the raging chakra swept across the entire back of Konoha village like a strong wind. The storm is coming. Why is the sky suddenly changing? Hurry up and go home, I have to put away the laundry. In Konoha village, the villagers did not notice anything strange in the depths of the back mountain. But the ninja with sentience clearly sensed that something was wrong. Hokage office. Lu Ju and the others have already been waiting. Master Naruto. Sasuke was also present, looking at Naruto nervously. However, Uzumaki Naruto's shadow clone said calmly, "If you have nothing to do, you should do whatever you want, and you don't need to care about Kashan's situation. After all, the main body has been staying deep in the back mountain for a long time." The tyrannical chakra instantly made Azuki Yuyan, who was in the barrier, nervous. Jan Jin, this is. Looking at the Poo-style projection, chakra transforms into an oarfish. Azuki Shion panicked. "Kan Jin, will Ailu be okay? You quickly remove the barrier, let's go out and help her." Hyuga Hinata also clasped her hands nervously on her chest. Hearing this, Uzumaki Yanjin smiled. "It's okay, I believe in my sister, and you should also believe in your children, right? Kan Sumair is not worried that something will happen to Ailu. After all, my father was watching secretly not far away. At this time, the wind is even stronger." The oarfish suddenly released a huge purple-red chakra sphere from its mouth. Like the rubbish ninjutsu of Rasengan. I want it to be as big as I want it to be. Pushi continued to joke. "You all have to die today." However, Ailu frowned when faced with Pushi's teasing of Rasengan. The white armor on his body faded, but he put on a long skirt instead. "You bastard, you really pissed me off." Looking up, Uzumaki Ailu's eyes were full of anger and stared at the huge chakra sphere in front of him. "Rasengan is the ninjutsu that my father inherited from my grandfather. Ailu in the past didn't think that this was something worthy of attention. But now, hearing her mother talk about her father Naruto's past, she realizes how important Rasengan is to her father. Even if the destructiveness of Rasengan is not high, the meaning is different." At this moment, Uzumaki's eyes trembled, and he asked in doubt, "Eh? Isn't the third sister's ability to concretize chakra into a tool? Could it be that this long skirt? What's the matter?" Yanjin Ailu asked nervously. "I remember this dress was a gift from my father when my sister graduated." Jan Jin shook her head suspiciously. Perhaps the third sister has become a tool based on the shape of the gift. However, the red long knife in Ailu's hand attracted the attention of several people. The chakra arrogance flashing faintly is extraordinary at first glance. Otsutsuki Arashiki also felt the chill emanating from the long knife in L's hand. No more wasting time, with a wave of his hand, tying Zubo Meteor. Dragon Palace. The huge chakra oarfish suddenly pushes the chakra ball towards everyone to devour it. Before meeting each other, the ground near Ailu and the others has exploded and strong winds are blowing up. Facing such a terrifying blow, Uzumaki Ailu's eyes flashed a red light. Let you, the Otsutsuki clan, experience the power I have inherited from my father and mother. Tiantian obscure moonlight night. In an instant, several figures appeared behind Ailu and quickly merged with her. Those figures seemed to gather all the forms of Uzumaki Ailu. Raising the sword and dropping it, the long sword cuts through the air and makes a swoosh. The front of her suddenly becomes spacious and bright. Everything came to nothing. What happened? For a moment, the audience in Baming World were obviously shocked by what happened on the screen and stopped thinking. Uzumaki Ailu swung a sword. Then, the chakra ball released by Suba Meteor Life. Longzi disappeared. The giant oarfish, formed by chakra, also disappeared. Otsutsuki Ura style, also disappeared. Not only that, but within a range of 100 meters in front of where Uzumaki Ailu was fighting, everything disappeared. The whole has become an open space where you can see the bottom at a glance. Even waterfalls, mountains, dense forests, collectively follow the Otsutsuki Ura style to disappear. This sword does not show any power, and there is no huge riot brought about by the sword energy. I didn't see any mess caused by the sword energy swayed by Uzumaki Ailu. There is nothing but nothing in front of Uchiha Madara. What happened? Senju Tobarama, can't even you see it? Yurihong. Obscured Moonlight Night. I remember that obscured Moonlight Night as the Konoha-style swordsmanship created by Shion. Azuki Yugo. After swinging a full moon made of countless afterimages of sword blades in the air, and then rushing to attack the enemy, Oboro Yoya is indeed my original Konoha-style swordsmanship. Senju Hashirama. Himaru's daughter is using the swordsmanship taught by Shi Yan. I also saw a lot of phantoms appearing behind her. Uchiha Madara. Hashirama. Don't forget that the full name of that technique is Tiantian Obscure Moonlight Night, and it's obviously not just a matter of Konoha Ryu swordsmanship. Mitarashi Anko. Anyway, Shi Yan's daughter is so strong that she cut Urashiki with a single sword? Azuki Shion. Don't say that. What is really powerful is Hyming's blood. Yurihong. It's really strange. The main reason is that with this sword, all the existences in front of Ailu disappeared, not only Pushi. Tsunade. I don't understand. I don't know exactly what happened. Uzumaki Naruto Spiritual World. Nine Tails stared at the lantern-sized fox eyes and sat down on the ground. What happened? Where did Otsutsuki Urashi go? Also, why did all the existences in front of L disappear together? Facing the empty land, Nine Tails was dumbfounded. Without any sound, everything was turned into nothingness in such a silent manner. What happened? Naruto. Nine Tails looked suspiciously at Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto drew a curve at the corner of his mouth. Through Rinnegan's sight, Uzumaki Naruto probably knew what happened just now. Uzumaki Ailu's seemingly ordinary sword, but actually used a very powerful chakra. With this sword going down, in the entire range 100 meters away in front of her, all the spaces formed tiny cracks that were difficult to detect with the naked eye. Tear everything touched within the range into the space. Otsutsuki Urashi did not disappear, but the body was cut into countless pieces by the space, and dissipated into a different space with the space crack. Whether it is Pushi, even the attack formed by chakra just now was cut apart by the distortion of space. All the things that disappeared have encountered the same situation. HMPH. Isn't it natural that my daughter can defeat Otsutsuki Urashiki? Uzumaki Naruto let out a long breath and waved his hands casually. Nine Tails. Hey. This is for you to be proud of. So confident. What was your breath of relief just now? Nani. The memories in Uzumaki's mind suddenly made everyone feel inexplicably horrified. How could his third daughter, Uzumaki Ailu, possess such terrifying power? Is Tiantian Obscure Moon Night not pure swordsmanship, but a combination of swordsmanship and space ninjutsu? Uchiha Madara. Reduce space into cracks imperceptible to the naked eye? Senju Tobarama. Space tearing. What a terrible sword. What happened to the future Uzumaki Kuroto? Jiraiya. It seems that L's space ability is inherited from Hemming's ability. How strong is Hemming? Tsunade. I don't know. Anyway, Pu Shi was defeated by his third daughter's sword in the strongest state. Horrible. The audience in Baming World forcibly restrained the fear deep in their hearts. As Koronaru's daughter, Uzumaki Iru is able to kill Otsutsuki Urashiki in one blow. Leaving Uzumaki aside, his other children should be equally outstanding. After all, in the world of ninjas, the difference in blood has already doomed everything. Black Zetsu. I also found the figure of my mother from Sumair Kane's memory just now. She seems to belong to the same front as Black Naruto. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. It should be. There seems to be a dispute between them about something, but it's not in the way. Otsutsuki Kaguya. It should be his idea of destroying the incoming Otsutsuki that got my support. Ailu. Are you okay? Seeing the barrier recede, Azuki Shion rushed to Ailu immediately. Looking at his daughter with concern. She wasn't surprised that Ailu eliminated Otsutsuki Urashiki. Third sister, I didn't expect you to hide so deeply. Jan Jin was also shocked. Others may not be clear about it, but Jian Jin saw it very clearly. Pu Shi was chopped into countless pieces by Ailu's sword, and was sucked into the space crack. It's okay. I just used too much chakra, just rest for a while and it will be fine. Uzumaki Ailu Zhao Xian and the others showed a faint smile. Seeing this, Azuki Shion breathed a sigh of relief. It's amazing. I didn't expect you two to be so good. Hyuga Hinata glanced at Iru, and at the same time looked at Uzumaki Kage. I finally understand now that Ailu is the daughter of Shion and Naruto-kun. Then Jin, you. Hyuga Hinata looks expectantly at Uzumaki. The girl in front of me looks so similar to me, and even has eyes similar to white eyes. Yes. Sumair Khan must be her and Naruto's daughter. Thinking of this, Hyuga Hinata couldn't help but blushed. However, it is a pity that Uzumaki Yanjian Shao touched his head apologetically. Mother Hinata, I am sorry, but I am the daughter of my father and the witch Shion of the demon country. And my looks have inherited more of my mother's looks. So that's how it is. I'm really sorry. Hyuga Hinata heard this and hurriedly apologized to Jin. But the sudden feeling of emptiness in my heart made Hinata a little sad. It's a pity that Sumair Khan is not the daughter of me and Naruto-kun. However, in the next second, Uzumaki Sumair's words made Hinata's eyes widen with excitement on the spot. It seems that Hinata's mother has really liked father since she was a child. As soon as I heard that I was not her biological daughter, I lost my mind. No, don't talk nonsense. Hyuga Hinata was ashamed and indignant. Her appearance made Jian Jin and Ailu dumbfounded on the spot. Who would have imagined that the severe Hinata mother in the future could show such a lovely expression? However, your child is the first heir to the empire, Taishi Uzumaki Boruto. Of course there is also our lovely little sister, Uzumaki Sunflower. It's time for Sunflower to go to school. Khan Sumair looks at Ailu while talking. Yeah. Uzumaki nodded uncontrollably. As soon as the words came out, Hinata's pretty face blushed even more. But soon, she asked anxiously, Boruto and Sunflower, are they as sensible and excellent as you? After all, they are all children of Uzumaki Naruto. After seeing the outstanding performance of Elu and Sumair, Hinata can't wait to know the situation of Boruto and Sunflower. Uzumaki Yanjin and Uzumaki Ailu heard the words. The two sisters looked at each other for a few seconds. They have never seen such a nervous Hyuga Hinata. Then laughed and said, Don't worry, Yintuan is of course better than us. After all, it is the one who has been educated the most. Recalling the tearful eyes of elder brother Uzumaki Boruto under the terror of mother Hinata, Jan Jin and Ailu couldn't help but mourn for him for a few seconds. And Sunflower is the child who makes father worry the most. After all, when we were young, each of us would be angry with our father who was mischievous. Uzumaki Ailu smiled, and looked at Azuki Shion with a little guilt. When I was a child, Uzumaki Naruto was troubled by cutting down other people's houses naughtily. Then you have to face your mother's lesson. Children, it's normal to be mischievous. Hinata was relieved to learn that Boruto and Sunflower were very good. However, her remarks caused Ailu and Jin to scratch their heads in embarrassment. The current mother said so, but the future will not be like this. Father Uzumaki Naruto, as the ruler of the empire, is not angry and pretentious. But the mother is different. When she is really angry, even the father can't keep their brothers and sisters. It is inevitable to be cleaned up. Anyway, everyone loves each other together. Although the status is quite special, the family together is still happy and harmonious. There is no difference from a normal family. That's good. Hyuga Hinata was impressed by Vivian's liveliness, with a look of relief. Only Azuki Shion looked at Ailu quietly. Ailu naturally noticed Shion's behavior, and her eyes flickered. Actually, how should I put it? I know in my heart that father is the same to mother and each of us. As for me, occasionally I will naturally think about random things. This is inherited from Grandma Kushina, so. Maoyue Shion was startled when she heard the words. She knows exactly what Uzumaki Ailu wants to express. I know, Naruto-sama is not so narrow-minded. Shion smiled. The four are silent. After a while, Jin took the lead and said, "The task my father entrusted to us has been completed, and we are going back." During the speech, Jin felt a little lost. Because she was sure that Naruto was nearby, but she didn't come out to meet them. I don't know if their victory over Otsutsuki Urashi has been approved in his heart. Really? Are you going to leave now? Hinata was taken aback when he heard the words, and the expression on his face was a bit lonely at the same time. We haven't had a good time shopping yet. There will be a chance. Jin hastily added. I mean in the future. But now, in order to prevent future variables, I need. Uzumaki Kansumi looked at Azuki Yugo and Hyuga Hinata with apologetic expression. I know. Are you trying to erase our memory of the two of you? Azuki Shion wrinkled her nose. Yeah. Jin nodded. The four fell into silence again. Finally, under the acquiescence of Hinata and Shion, Uzumaki's eyes trembled. A beam of light balls slowly rises into the sky, accompanied by the scattering of strong light. Not only Azuki Shion and Hyuga Hinata, but everyone in Konoha village froze for a moment. Afterwards, they began to get busy with their own affairs. Only those who have met Jin and Ailu always feel that something is missing in their minds. About the memory of the two. As for Hyuga Hinata and Azuki Shion, who knew their backgrounds, they passed out on the spot. We're leaving, mother. Looking at Azuki Shion and Hyuga Hinata lying on the ground, Ailu murmurs softly. Then, she asked with a flustered face. Jin, let's go, we can't put the sleeping mother here. It's okay. Father will not ignore it. Jin finished speaking, spread out the time-traveling device in her hand. However, when Uzumaki Naruto was mentioned, both of them showed a little disappointment on their faces at the same time. Father has not shown up yet. Kansumi, do you think the technique you used just now will also erase the memory of your father? It's been so long, and father hasn't come to see us. At least such a big movement, he should. Facing Ailu's inquiry, Jin sighed. Impossible. The reason why our abilities are so powerful is more based on the blood of my father. So these techniques are useless to father, Uzumaki said preconceivedly. As for the current situation of Naruto, she is not very clear. Yes. Is that so? Ailu lowered her head in disappointment. Kansumi glanced at the disappointed Elu. She didn't tell her sister that Uzumaki Naruto was nearby. However, Sumair is also aware that when they faced Otsutsuki Urashi just now, their father Uzumaki Naruto secretly protected them. Cheer up, third sister. I'll tell you when I go back. Sumair pats Ailu on the shoulder with a smile. The light passing through the plow is getting stronger and stronger. However, at this moment, a note fell lightly from the sky in front of the two of them. Uzumaki has quick eyes and hands, grabs the note and opens it immediately. As expected of my children, my father is proud of you. See you in the future. Zhang. What a proud father. Uzumaki Black Ming's performance undoubtedly proves this point. Everything is going on secretly to protect the children. No one would have thought that a decisive person like Uzumaki would give beautiful dresses to children as gifts. But the audience didn't think it was Uzumaki's own intention. It was definitely his wife's attention that made him do it. The audience in Baming World didn't think that Haiwu could do such a thing. However, The vast majority of female ninjas think that Hyeming is a gentle father. Tsunade. What a Tsunere guy. He obviously cares about his daughter's situation, but he never shows up. Yurihong. I agree with what Tsunade-sama said, and when we parted, we even passed a note across the air. How about complimenting the child when we meet? Anko. Ha ha ha. Azuki Shien. Anko, why are you laughing? Anko. The main reason is that I don't know much about it. Uzumaki Kushina. As a father, you must be more dignified. The child definitely wants to say goodbye to his daughter in person, but he must be afraid of embarrassing the scene, so he bid farewell to Jin Ailu in the form of a note. Conan. In any case, Jin and Ailu have received Hyeming's greatest approval, so they must be very happy. Uzumaki Ailu and Uzumaki Kan Sumair have left for several days. Brisk singing can be heard in Konoha village Hokage's office. Recently Hokage-sama seems to be in a very happy mood? Yes. There is a smile on his face every day, and when he sees someone greeting him, the smile on his face almost melts people's fascination. Did something good happen? Aren't you talking nonsense? Nowadays, many ninja villages and small countries are constantly surrendering to our country of Vortex, and everything is going very smoothly. When the main city of Uzumaki country is completed, we won't be able to call Naruto-sama Hokage-sama from. He will be the ruler of Uzumaki country beyond any daimyo. Can you not be happy? Naruto-sama is happy. The ninjas who came out of the office kept discussing. They found that Uzumaki Naruto has been in such a good mood recently that he exploded. Tsunade. Ha ha ha. He must be so happy because of his daughter's excellent performance. Jiraiya. That's inevitable. Who doesn't want their offspring to be an excellent existence? Uzumaki Naruto. Ah. How annoying. Why is Black Naruto's son Boruto more obedient and sensible than my son Boruto? During the conversation between Uzumaki Kansumi and Hyuga Hinata, the prisoner learned that Boruto of the Koronaraki family seems to be less outstanding than Eru and Hyuga Hinata. Uzumaki Sunflower, as Kuromaki's ninth daughter, is also the most well-behaved and obedient existence. Moreover, according to the memories of Sumair Khan and Ailu, all of Kuromaki's children have different ideas about their elder brother Uzumaki Boruto than other brothers and sisters. In their hearts, Boruto should be different from other brothers and sisters. After all, Uzumaki Boruto is the first heir to the empire. From this, it can be seen that in the hearts of their brothers and sisters, the honor of the empire is above all else, and they are very united. Uchiha Sasuke. Who told you that you are not at home every day, and you can even mess up your daughter's birthday? Anyone would be dissatisfied. Person. Ah. Sasuke, what you said seems to make sense. I really hope my future son can also take a good look at Hyeming's son. Yamanaka Ino. You can't say it so easily. Don't you think that Uzumaki Boruto, as the first heir of the Uzumaki Empire, as the eldest son of Hyeming, has so many outstanding brothers and sisters under him? The pressure in his heart is also higher than there are many people. Haruno Sakura. I don't think so. Even if Boruto is the first heir of the empire, with Hyeming's future strength, unless he no longer wants to interfere with the affairs of the empire, otherwise, with him, what pressure can Boruto have? Tiantian. According to little Sakura, Hinata of the Black Naruto world is too happy, the first lady of the empire of Zhengchuan Bajing. Hyuga Hinata. No, didn't L say it all? In Naruto-kun's eyes, everyone is the same. Hyuga Hizashi. Hey. I actually envy the Hyuga clan in the Black Naruto world. With Hinata here, our Hyuga clan is a transcendent existence in the ninja world even if we don't have the distinction of the branch house. Uchiha Fugaku. Hiyashi, you really like to tell the truth. Conan. Unfortunately, Sasuke is a boy no matter in the world of Black Naruto or the world of White Naruto. If one of them is a girl, the entanglement between Naruto and Sasuke Indra and Ashura. I really don't know what to expect. Uchiha Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto is in a good mood. He didn't dare to think that his daughter would be so powerful, and killed Otsutsuki Urashiki with one sword. It seems that you will become stronger and stronger in the future, Naruto. This way we don't have to worry about the attack of the Otsutsuki clan. Nine Tails also heaved a sigh of relief. It naturally understands why Uzumaki Naruto's daughter is strong. definitely inherited Naruto's blood problem. However, Nine Tails also had doubts in her heart, and continued to mutter to herself. I knew you should have asked them what happened in the future. At that time, we will have a better and faster way to deal with it. Llama. Uzumaki Naruto rolled his eyes at Nine Tails. As their father, how can I ask the children such questions? It doesn't matter what happens to him, the soldiers will come and cover him with water and earth. Uzumaki Naruto said himself. Actually, Uzumaki Naruto already had an idea in his heart. Future and past. This situation is very delicate. Some people travel through time and space to the past and want to change the future. Can this kind of thing really change? In Naruto's heart, the answer is no, since the future has been formed, it is impossible to change it. Because the timeline of one world is a line, all the foreshadowing of the past can only be gathered to form a predetermined situation in the future, but it is impossible to deflect. Just like the future Naruto proposed to let Ailu replace Boruto to come to the past, the present Naruto knows that Urashiki died at the hands of Ailu. This straight timeline will never change. Unless it is two different plane worlds, there is a possibility of huge changes. As long as you go on with your heart. Uzumaki Naruto clapped his hands together and said with great momentum, Kurama, I have to find a way to continue practicing. After all, you can't be worse than your own children, right? Nine Tails. The audience in Baming World was also a little speechless by Uzumaki Black Ming's words. He is so strong that ordinary practice seems to be unable to enhance his strength. Previously, Haiming could no longer increase due to the load and reached the bottleneck of physical training. Although he will be able to use gravity space in the future, at present, the only way Uzumaki can practice is through Iwagakure's weighted rock technique for physical practice. For chakra's growth, refining has been difficult to see the effect. This is the audience's previous question. What kind of method did Uzumaki Black Naruto enable himself to have the gravitational space that Otsutsuki Kaguya will display? The only possibility is to devour the fruit of the sacred tree. The huge conference room in Konoha village. Terumi Mei and Onoki sat on chairs with nervous expressions. Around them, there are several other ninja villages and rulers of the country. Third Tsuchikage, I didn't expect you to come too, about the matter proposed by 6th Hokage, could it be said. Terumi Mei looked at Onoki with embarrassment. As for the daimyo issue, Terumi Mei did obey the arrangement and deal with the daimyo of the Land of Water. But Onoki is different, he said calmly. Russia came here to discuss future development issues with 6th Hokage. If possible, the old man will naturally follow his request. Speaking of this, Onoki felt a little irritable in his heart. After the daimyo of the country of earth learned of the fate of the daimyo of the country of fire, he ran away overnight without giving Onoki a chance to do anything. This made Onoki feel extremely upset, and the actions of Daimyo Tunokuni did not trust him at all. HMPH. The name of the land of earth is also the same. Do you think I am the kind of person who is afraid of death? Don't trust me until you run away overnight. Onogi's speech made Terumi Mei smile awkwardly. She has also watched the recorded video about the Fourth Ninja World War. Although the shock of the shooting is far worse than the effect of the scene. Onoki, who had not experienced that war, could not feel that feeling at all. The daimyo of the Land of Earth may not be worried about Onoki's rebellion, but the fate of the daimyo of the Land of Fire has already explained everything. Uzumaki Naruto has the strength to solve the daimyo. Cut. These spineless guys are so afraid of death. Onoki said sarcastically. Samui glanced at Onoki, in the meaning of third Tsuchikage. Do you want the ninjas of Iwagakure to accept the anger of Uzumaki Naruto together with the people of the Land of Earth? At first we thought the same about Cloud Shinobi Village, but we saw that the surrounding small countries kept surrendering to Uzumaki Naruto, and we saw that the main city of the Uzumaki country had begun to be built. The general trend is set. I represent Cloud Shinobi Village and come to Konoha Village to discuss with 6th Hokage. And Sanyi's eyes moved slightly, and he looked at Terumi Mei and Onogi again. Gaara, who is Sanagakure 5th Kazekage, doesn't seem to be in Konoha Village. He is now using the money and resources given by Uzumaki Naruto in Sanagakure to improve the ecological environment of Sanagakure. At least according to the intelligence feedback from the spies, the villagers and ninjas of Sanagakure are not dissatisfied with Gaara and Uzumaki Naruto. I also heard that his elder brother and sister are living in Konoha village at this time, and they came here voluntarily, without any restrictions on their movements. Terumiji smiled awkwardly. That's why you Cloud Shinobi Village will also give your name to. Onoki looked at Samui with amusement. Not yet. Samui said coldly. At least I hope to get the Cloud Shinobi Village promise from the 6th generation project. Sammy thinks so. However, in the conference room, after hearing the conversation of several people, the girl frowned more and more. The Kingdom of Ghosts also received an invitation letter from Uzumaki Naruto to surrender. The contents of the letter made Zi Yuan so angry that she exploded. Although it seems nothing at first glance, I just hope that Shion will lead the people of the Ghost Country to attach to Uzumaki Naruto. But the more you look down, the more Ziyuan gets angry. Surrender and non-surrender, the two are actually talking about the same thing. If you don't surrender to Uzumaki Naruto will beat you. What a disgusting guy. Zi Yuan is furious. These witches are always ready to sacrifice themselves to seal the monsters in exchange for peace in the ninja world in order to prevent the monsters from breaking the seal. Where is Uzumaki Naruto? What is he doing? In order to satisfy his selfish desire to unify the ninja world, he even wants to kill the maiden who protects the peaceful existence of the ninja world. It is tolerable or unbearable. Especially hearing the discussion of the 3 major ninja villages, Ziyuan people are numb. Who is the opponent? It is Uzumaki Naruto who is about to bring disaster to your village at every turn. You guys actually want to negotiate with him, and even want to get his promise? Zi Yuan gave Samui a blank look. She really has no brains. I couldn't take it any longer. Ziyuan stood up abruptly. He walks out with his bare feet. Master Ziyuan. You are. The follower saw this and hurriedly followed. What a bunch of idiots, they are still waiting here. It's been a whole morning, and Uzumaki Naruto hasn't seen you, so that explains everything. Zi Yuan is different from others. She originally didn't want to come, but for the stability of the entire Ghost Country and the future stability of the ninja world. She has to explain to Uzumaki Naruto how scary sprites are. What do you mean? Samuel asked sharply. Hehe. Ziyuan stops when she hears this, and sneers. Can't you see it? You want to negotiate with Uzumaki Naruto, his attitude clearly tells you. I'm not in the mood to talk to you. If you don't follow the requirements, you and everyone in your village will die. Arrogantly leave a word. Ziyuan no longer responds to the blank recognition behind her. He walks angrily towards Hokage's office. Meanwhile, Hokage office. Uzumaki Naruto stares at the crystal ball blankly. At the same time, Nine-Tails' wanton laughter came from his mind. Naruto. Your wife is attacking the office angrily, do you want to hide for a while? Huh. Uzumaki Naruto was taken aback. Nine-Tails immediately cleared his throat. That's right, you are Uzumaki Naruto, definitely not a henpeck. It's just that I didn't expect Shion from the Ghost Country to come to the meeting. Hey. This family obviously blamed you, you didn't let those people do what she said. Isn't it because she ran over suddenly? It made you unable to attend the meeting. Uzumaki Naruto, misery. Uzumaki Naruto anxiously scratched his head. The news that all the small countries surrendered was sent out before Jien Jin and the others crossed over. This caused me to fail to meet with Ziyuan, so I formed an unknown relationship with Ziyuan first. Kurama, I suddenly feel that your previous proposal was not wrong. I should ask the children about their future. For example, how did I develop friendship with Ziyuan? I said before that as a father, how can I ask my daughter these things? Nine-Tails rolled his eyes, but in order to ease Uzumaki Naruto's anxiety, he coughed lightly and said. Naruto, your wife has told those troublesome guys what's on your mind. It can be regarded as helping you invisibly. You two are indeed husband and wife. Nine-Tails' words immediately made the sluggish Naruto look even more sluggish. Forget it, Lama. You can't count on this kind of thing. Shimura Danzo. Ha ha ha, finally someone can bring troubles to Uzumaki Black Ming, worthy of being a witch from the land of ghosts, I am very pleased. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Hai, I advise you to find Danzo to help him look at his mind. Yamanaka Hai. Tsunade. Uncle Danzo is probably already crazy. Ming looks like he is afraid of Xian. This is the relationship between his future husband and wife. In your eyes, it will become troublesome. Jiraiya. Based on my experience, I agree with Tsunade that Koronaru is a master. Hitaki Kakashi. This is very similar to the book I read, a master, an absolute master. Uzumaki Koronaru didn't go to the meeting because of Xian's sudden appearance. This is not difficult to understand. Because of Uzumaki Kansumi and Uzumaki Ilu's crossing, Kuromaki has kept a lot of memories about the future in his mind. So for the appearance of Ziyuan, I didn't know how to deal with it for a while. At least, he didn't want to suppress Onoki and others with a strong posture in front of the opponent. It can be seen that Uzumaki Himing is cruel to many things, but he is not a person who does not take into account the thoughts of his family. Tsunade. Hey, I really didn't expect that Himing is still a warm man. Conan. Haki is full of tenderness at the same time. Such a man will indeed fascinate the opposite sex. Haruno Sakura. Besides, there are some things that I say and outsiders say are two different things. Xian's current identity is the same as that of Sanagakure in Cloud Shinobi Village, and her words are more effective than those of Black Naruto. Senju Tobarama. That's true. Miko Xian's sentence, "You and your villagers, go to hell," really shocked Onoki and the others. Terumi Mei. I'm the unluckiest one. I've already surrendered to Himing. Why do I have to sit with people like 3rd Tsuchikage who still want to negotiate with Himing? Onoki. Maybe you delayed on the way, this is punishment, 5th Mizukage. Miming. According to Facing the Menacing Ziyuan, Uzumaki Naruto can't sit still. Naruto, who knows himself and the enemy and is victorious in all battles, opened Rinnegan early and sat quietly in the Hokage calendar house. By the way, I dug out a bunch of useless documents from the file box and put them on the desktop. However, not long after, the sound of argument between Ziyuan and Xian came from outside the door. Azuki Xian, as Uzumaki Naruto's guard, usually guards the door of the office. After learning about the future relationship between the two, Naruto immediately asked her to change jobs or go home to rest, so there is no need to stand tiredly at the door every day. However, Azuki Xian righteously refused, and said that being Naruto's guard is her job and her honor. I am a witch from the kingdom of ghosts. I want to meet Uzumaki Naruto. Ziyuan's displeased voice can be heard from the door. Do you have an appointment in advance? Master Naruto is the one you want to see, and you can see him whenever you want. I also advise you to have a better attitude and don't open your mouth to call Naruto by his name. I don't care if you are a princess or other noble celebrities. Maoyue Xian does her part. At the same time, Onoki, Terumi Mei and Samui also came to the door of the office. Onoki trembled when he heard Xian say that he was a priestess from the kingdom of ghosts. She is. What's wrong, 3rd Tsuchikage? Terumi Mei and Samui looked at Onoki suspiciously. The other party's reaction puzzled the two. Is this girl's identity unusual? Terumi Mei asked curiously. It's not just unusual, Onoki said with a solemn expression. It seems that you young people are not aware of the terrible things that happened in the ninja world. Onoki told Samyi and Terumi Mei how the sprites who once controlled the ghost army almost destroyed the ninja world. Suddenly, the two of them froze in place. It took a while to react and said, no wonder this girl is so arrogant. She is actually the only witch who can seal monsters. It's just that the three of them knew that they couldn't stop the current chaos, so they simply stood aside and looked forward to the subsequent development of the incident. You. Looking at Maoyue Xian's high-spirited appearance, Ziyuan stomped her feet in an angry manner. It's useless for you to stomp your feet. Naruto-sama takes care of a lot of things every day, and works hard to think of ways to stabilize the ninja world, but you are here to call him by his first name. If it weren't for being at the door of the office, I would definitely not let you go. Azuki Xian glared at Ziyuan, viciously, asked curiously, by the way, why don't you wear shoes? It won't be good if you hurt your feet. Oh, I'm used to it. Azuki Xian's sudden concern made Ziyuan unable to react, and hurriedly replied. But in the next second, she realized something was wrong. Uzumaki Naruto is working so hard to find a way to stabilize the ninja world? Are you kidding me? It's over. The woman's thoughts are probably polluted by the hateful Uzumaki Naruto. But after thinking about it, Zayuan couldn't explain it either. After all, he is a ninja from Konoha village, and he is originally from Uzumaki Naruto, so it should be for Uzumaki Naruto's sake. Well, I have an appointment, not just me. Zion happened to also discover the whereabouts of Onoki and others. She pointed to each other and said, the three of them also have an appointment with Uzumaki. With your 6th generation project, but he put us aside and ignored me, so I came to him. I have something very important to say to him. Shion looks up in the direction of Onoki and the others. I immediately recognized the identities of Onoki and Terumi Mei. 3rd Tsuchikage, 5th Mizukage. Are there any representatives from Cloud Shinobi Village? However, in the face of Tsuchikage and Mizukage, Shion did not make any concessions, insisting. Wait where you make an appointment. You. Zayuan just wanted to complain that Azuki Shion was too rigid, and the door of the office opened. Master Naruto. Seeing this, Shion hastily said apologetically, sorry, I disturbed you. No, it's not your business. Uzumaki Naruto's kind voice startled Shion. This guy is not as scary as he imagined, but when she saw Naruto's Rinnegan, Shion was really startled. Can't help trembling a few times. Especially when Naruto turned his gaze to himself, Zion couldn't help feeling a little fear in his heart. With a woman's 6th sense, she feels that the person in front of her may be more terrifying than a sprite. Monsters? Uzumaki Naruto is taken aback. Kurama. Do you know what a sprite is? A sprite? Nine Tails raised his head and kept searching for his memory. I remembered. Nine Tails pointed her long fingers and smiled. Naruto, your future wife is a bit capable. A big event happened in the ninja world. Nine Tails' lifetime is not comparable to Onogi's, and it quickly narrated the spooky things to Uzumaki Naruto. That's why I said your family is unusual. Nine Tails smiles. Can't other sealing techniques work? Uzumaki Naruto Fox questioned. Could it be that only witches in the kingdom of ghosts can seal demons? I'm not too sure about this, after all. I haven't really had contact with sprites before. But you think that even the immortal Otsutsuki clan was cut off by your daughter with a single sword, not to mention mere sprites. How could only the sealing technique be useful to it? Nine Tails' words made Uzumaki Naruto suddenly enlightened. Then smiled and looked at Zayuan. You must have something urgent to find me in the office. Then you come in first. Naruto left a sentence and walked into the office immediately. Zayuan was stunned for a few seconds when she heard the sound. But Shion's voice came from next to my ear. Hey, what's wrong with you? Master Naruto told you to talk in the room if you have something to say, but you are here in a daze. HMPH. Zayuan snorted coldly. I really blamed myself secretly. I was really scared by Uzumaki Naruto's eyes just now. However, as soon as she entered the office, Zayuan was taken aback by the documents on the table. It's actually taller than anyone else. Looking at the documents in front of Naruto again, she suddenly said in embarrassment, have you been busy with the documents? That's why I delayed my meeting with you, I'm really sorry. Uzumaki Naruto laughed, then pointed to the sofa in the office. Sit down if there is something, let's talk slowly. Despicable. It is so despicable. The audience in Baming World couldn't help complaining. Uzumaki Kuro Naruto has a fart job deal. Now, what he can handle is nothing more than oppressing and fearing other villages, forcing them to surrender to him. These documents are also the ones he just took out to show you. In particular, Hyman was so kind that Zayuan wondered if she had misunderstood the other party, and the audience felt it was ridiculous. Fool. You have been deceived. Tsunade. Not an opponent. Little Zayuan, her heart is too simple. Onoki. Hey. After all, apart from the seal sprites, Shion is essentially an inexperienced girl. Even Danzo is no match for Haimaru, let alone her. Jiraiya. Isn't this a normal thing? Uzumaki Koronaru is an emotional master after all. Hitaki Kakashi. In addition to Rinnegan's ability to detect people's hearts, Haimaru is even more confident. After all, in this world, girls' minds are the most difficult to guess. Although Shion felt a little uncomfortable, she still sat on the sofa according to Naruto's intention. What Xian said just now is correct. You can easily hurt your feet if you don't wear shoes. Uzumaki Naruto pours a cup of tea for Xian. Put it on the table in front of her. He took advantage of the opportunity and sat across from her. Hearing this, Ziyuan's pretty face turns red. As a priestess, not wearing shoes will not hurt your feet. But the feeling of being cared about is different. After all, since I was a child, I was able to predict the cause of the death of others. The people in the ghost country dare not say anything about her on the surface, but no one is willing to associate with her except the guards around her. Even less will get the care of others. This is the inherent curse of their witches. Shoulder the burden of sealing the sprites, the people around her will step forward and die instead of her to ensure her safety. I have nothing to do. Ziyuan mutters in a low voice. Uzumaki Naruto's aura is too strong. Even Ziyuan, who is arrogant and willful by nature, seems to have a lot of control when facing Naruto. However, Naruto was taken aback by the painful memory in her heart. I didn't expect Ziyuan to have such a tragic past when she was a child. Isn't this similar to me? With the blessing of mind reading, Uzumaki Naruto quickly figured out the details of Xian. Especially under the arrangement of his heart, the other party has already felt guilty for his misunderstanding. Because Xian thinks that Naruto has been misunderstood. She completely lost the momentum she had at the door before, and she didn't know where to start for a while. The scene almost fell into an embarrassing silence for a while. Fortunately, Uzumaki Naruto stood up, walked to the window, and said slowly, "I know your origin very well. The witch of the ghost country. Shoulder the seal to protect the stability of the ninja world." What? Naruto's words made Ziyuan's beautiful eyes tremble slightly. Since you know. Why is there an order to recover the kingdom of ghosts? Uzumaki Naruto did not beat around the bush, and said bluntly, "Because I am strong enough." Hearing this, Ziyuan's heart twitched. Damn it, it really is bullying the weak. Just now I felt that I misunderstood him. So I have the responsibility to take responsibility for the future stability of the ninja world, so that everyone can live a happy life. At this moment, Ziyuan's mood fluctuates like a roller coaster. The anger that had just risen was suppressed by Uzumaki Naruto's words. Let's not say whether the lives of those who belong to me have changed. Take the responsibility of you witches as an example. If the monsters really break the seal in the future, do you think it's better for you as a witch to face it alone, or for us to face it together? You mean? Ziyuan Fox questioned. Uzumaki Naruto shrugged. For example, if you live with me, the security is much better than in the kingdom of ghosts. This way you can liberate the guards who guard you. The villagers in the ghost country will still live step by step. If there is a problem, the forces under my jurisdiction will help. I have also heard about the ability of sprites. Manipulating the ghost army once brought disaster to the ninja world. But if the ninja world is under my management, and sprites really appear, I will definitely not be able to sit back and watch. At least when the time comes, you don't need to face all this alone, don't you? What's more, I know very well about you witches. In order to protect your safety, the people around you will die for you. If you compare my strength with those of those guards, you can think about which one is more reliable. Uzumaki Naruto's words are like 5 thunderbolts. Xian discovered that Naruto knew everything about the Miko and the sprites. Even I have figured out my own details. Is he a god? No, with his current strength and ability, he can easily obtain any information he wants to know. Sure enough, when you wanted to regain the kingdom of ghosts, did you investigate the intelligence of the kingdom of ghosts? Of course not. But Uzumaki Naruto will definitely not admit it. He continued to look out the window in silence. Xian stares at the silent Uzumaki Naruto, and suddenly understands in her heart that silence means recognition. However, all of this doesn't matter. As far as Xian is concerned, what Uzumaki Naruto said is not wrong. In order to prevent sprites from being broken, witches must be protected for a day, and those guards will die because of them. Ziyuan is indifferent on the surface, but she accepts it helplessly. But today's encounter with Uzumaki Naruto may really help me solve all this. The door of the office opens. Phew. Ziyuan, who walked out, let out a long breath, and then under the surprised eyes of everyone, she bowed deeply to Zhao Xian. I'm really sorry just now, I shouldn't have called Naruto-sama by his name directly. Ah. Ziyuan's contrasting performance made Xian stunned for a long time, and after reacting, she quickly said, "It's good that you know. And I'm going to live in Konoha village in the future. I hope my sister can take me to familiarize myself with the environment." Nani. Onoki and Sammy froze in place when they heard the words. The witch of the ghost country actually compromised with Uzumaki Naruto? She is the only shrine maiden who can deal with monsters in the ninja world. Of course it's fine. Hearing the words, Xian immediately changed her appearance and said with a smile, "You can stay here, which proves that we are a family." Ziyuan also smiled, and then, she glanced at Onoki and Samui with piercing eyes. Again arrogantly let out a cold snort. HMPH. I advise you to be more sensible and stop thinking about useless things. Master Naruto is greater than he imagined. The ending is exactly what the audience expected. How could the pure Xian be Uzumaki's opponent? What's more, the other party firmly grasped her mentality that she didn't want the guards of the ghost country to sacrifice for her, and completely drew Ziyuan to his side. However, Uzumaki Black Mingsori is not the optimal solution. Ordinary guards of the Kingdom of Ghosts can only be slaughtered when facing the subordinates of sprites. In this world, having Uzumaki's protection is the safest and safest. There is nothing wrong with Ziyuan's choice. Only the awe-inspiring righteousness shown by Uzumaki Himing really made Ziyuan, who is also full of responsibility, happy. It's even a deer bumping around. It turned out that the other party was really running around for the stability of the ninja world, as Izuki Xian said. Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's a bit of a misunderstanding. The sprites are the existence of destroying the world. Even if the Kingdom of Ghosts does not surrender to Uzumaki, Kuromaki will not just sit back and watch the sprites. Jiraiya. Old man, you are so old-fashioned, the girl's mind is not focused on this kind of place. Xian was obviously moved by Kuraming's determination to think about the ninja world, and it has nothing to do with theoretical logic. Uchiha Madara. Although the witches in the Kingdom of Ghosts have the sealing technique to seal the monsters, but for the current Koronaru, the ghosts are simply clowns. Uchiha Obito. Madara. What do you mean? Senju Tobirama. Is this kind of thing hard to understand? Regarding ninja seal, is there a seal more powerful than the planetary devastation of Sage of Six Paths? Nagato. Yes. And Hei Ming possesses the yin and yang power of Sage of Six Paths. His planetary devastation is the real Six Paths planetary devastation. The level is definitely the top sealing techniques. Black Zetsu. HMPH. Use Six Paths planetary devastation to seal the sprite. It's just a sprite. What is it that can be compared with the mother? Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Black Zetsu. I just want to show that Black Zetsu is easy to deal with sprites. Black Zetsu. HMPH. Do you need to use a sledgehammer to kill a chicken? Otsutsuki Kaguya. Don't tell me Black Zetsu. That guy Black Ming is really a man who kills chickens with a sledgehammer. Otsutsuki Kaguya is increasingly interested in what's next. Uzumaki Black Ming will undoubtedly be a terrifying existence in the future. Presumably his strength should not be inferior to his own. What intrigues Kaguya most is the memory of Koronaru's daughter against Urashiki. In the memory, the self in Himing world successfully broke the seal. And the relationship with Uzumaki Black Ming belongs to the relationship of equality and mutual assistance. The biggest contradiction between the two is the identity of the ancestor of Otsutsuki Kaguya Chakra. Kaguya is believed to be the ancestor of the ninja. But Himing said that the blood relationship is the real ancestor of the ethnic group, and Chakra is not. Of course, with regard to Kaguya in the Black Naruto world, the audience in the White Naruto world was equally dumbfounded. How terrible is it that Uzumaki Black Naruto can live with Otsutsuki Kaguya on this continent? Black Zetsu. Looking at the Xian incident, those heavy-duty trio who want to negotiate with Black Ming should be honest. Onoki. Black Zetsu, I don't like what you said. Hey Ming. Old man. How dare you call me old man in front of me? Fourth Raikage. Black Zetsu saw the success of his plan in the Black Raikage world, and now he is directly drifting away. Terumi Mei. How did he succeed? But Black Zetsu, I and Tsuchikage are not in the same way. I didn't want to negotiate with Black Zetsu. Hokage office. Uzumaki Naruto is in high spirits. Very good. Hyuga Hinata and Azuki Shion, they are different from Shion. After all, Hinata and Shion belong to the people of Konoha village, Naruto's listening area. It does not require any means to be included in the revival army of the Uzumaki clan in the future. It is impossible for someone like Shion who has never had contact with Uzumaki Naruto to have a special friendship with him as soon as he comes up. However, the current Zayuan has joined Konoha village in a mess under Naruto's awe-inspiring aura. In the future, there will be plenty of time to take your time. Thinking of this, Uzumaki Naruto also fell into deep thinking. From Jin's mouth, I learned that Hinata will have at least 2 children, Boruto and Sunflower is their 9th younger sister who will go to school soon. It seems that there should be other people joining the army to revive the Uzumaki clan. Nine Tails lowered his eyes, speechlessly looking at Uzumaki Naruto, who was thinking. The subconscious mind tells Nine Tails that what this kid is pondering must be the same as the unity of the ninja world. Cough cough. Nine Tails coughed lightly. Naruto, have you forgotten the other people outside? Other people. Uzumaki Naruto was startled, and then he remembered that besides Shion, Terumi Mei, Onoki and Samui were standing outside. The door of the office opens again. Master Naruto. Shion hurriedly let go of Ziyuan's hand and greeted her cordially. Naruto nodded and glanced at Shion. Tsunere Ziyuan blushed. Remembering that she had wrongly blamed Naruto just now, she pursed her lips in guilt and shifted her gaze to other places. However, the arrogance in her heart still made her not greet Naruto face to face. It's just that all the subtle changes of the other party were noticed by the 3 of Onoki. Sure enough, Zion, the only one who can seal the sprites, was stunned by Uzumaki Naruto in front of him. Scary. Does it mean that Uzumaki Naruto can't even deal with sprites? The 3 of them couldn't help but have the same thought in their minds. And in their hearts, Ziyuan's performance has already given them the answer. Shion. Ziyuan is going to live in Konoha village. She is not very familiar with this place. You can take her for a stroll first. By the way, arrange Ziyuan properly. I still need to find the 3 of them. Yes, Master Naruto. Azuki Yugo took the order. Ziyuan followed Shion towards the outside of the office building, and before leaving, she did not forget to sneak a glance at Naruto. Wait until the 2 leave. Onoki and the 3 couldn't help swallowing. Especially Terumi Mei and Samuel, who are extremely rare. The 2 who have experienced the great battle, face Uzumaki Naruto again, and there is unspeakable fear in their hearts. As soon as Uzumaki Naruto opened his mouth, Terumi Mei immediately apologized and said with a smile, Master 6th generation, I sent you a letter before. I explained the problem, and it was indeed delayed on the road, but we, Kirigakure, have followed what you explained. I'm here this time, just to confirm our relationship with you once. Ah. What? Uzumaki Naruto is taken aback when he hears this. Seeing through Uzumaki Naruto's misunderstanding, Terumi Mei hurriedly waved her hand and said, I didn't mean that. I mean to confirm with you about the affairs of Kirigakure in the future. Yes, it's Kirigakure's business problem. Onoki. 4th generation thunderstorm. Onoki. 5th Mizukage, you are too naive. Before Hymen said anything, you just explained with a bang, as if you wanted to distance yourself from us. Terumi Mei. Can this be my fault? I must have been extremely nervous at the scene. After all, Hei Ming didn't have a soft heart when he raised his hands. If he felt uncomfortable, he would kill me first and then smooth Kirigakure. Wouldn't I? Aren't you a member of Duian village? Tsunade. Fortunately, Haimaru has been in high spirits recently, and his mood has reached ultimate. Otherwise, it would be impossible for him to have such a good temper with you. Jiraiya. No, actually, Terumi Mei and the 3 of them didn't do anything to make Kurenai angry. Terumi Mei. Even our master didn't do anything. Well, I see. Uzumaki Naruto smiled, and then looked at Onogi and Samui, who were equally nervous. Uzumaki Naruto's eyes moved slightly when he saw Onoki. This action made Onoki tremble with fright. Suddenly, a pain came from his waist. Onoki flashes his old waist unnaturally. Huh. Are you okay, third generation Meta Cage? Naruto asked doubtfully. He just remembered Iwagakure's weighted rock technique and light heavy rock technique. I want Onoki to give me a feeling of using the weighted rock technique, and by the way, I want to train under the gravity of the weighted rock technique. But Naruto didn't expect that. Without saying a word, the old man broke out in cold sweat with grinning teeth. It's okay, no problem. Old problem, old problem. Onoki nervously wiped the sweat from his forehead. A few seconds later, Chang calmly sighed. I'm really sorry, Lord 6th Hokage. We Iwagakure wanted to do what you said. It's a pity that the daimyo of the Land of Earth got the information a long time ago and ran away overnight. I'm sending Iwagakure's ninjas to track it down, and when I find it, I'll follow Naruto-sama's instructions. I came here this time just to tell Lord Naruto that the Iwagakure led by the old man is not on the side of the daimyofu. We want you to surrender, as soon as this remark comes out. Samie next to Onoki was stunned. This old guy doesn't play his cards according to the routine. Just now in the conference room, you said that the daimyo of the Land of Earth didn't believe them, but now you have changed your tune. This scene also made Terumi Meme stunned. I can't believe it, she can't believe that Onogi's face changing can come so quickly and so naturally. As expected of sitting in Tsuchikage's position for decades, this method is really not comparable to their young people. Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's amazing, it's amazing. I didn't expect that old ghost Onogi to be so slick. It was like a different person on the spot. Shimura Danzo. HMPH. It's just a group of guys who are afraid of death. Sure enough, looking at the ninja world, only the old man dares to fight Uzumaki Hymen. Onoki. Danzo. Don't talk nonsense, you call it a battle of wits and courage. At most, you will be led by the nose by Hei Ming, and besides, as the older generation of ninjas, you don't know that the sprites brought you to the ninja world. Is it a catastrophe? Since even Miko Shien has surrendered to Uzumaki Kuromaki, plus his performance in the battle, why should we dance? Terumi Mei. But third Tsuchikage, the way you change your face doesn't seem to work. Our every move in the conference room has long been known to Black Ming. Onoki. Haimaru wants to practice aggravated petroglyphs. As long as my performance in the other world satisfies him, he will naturally not care about the previous affairs in the conference room with his current mood. Samui. Then what should I do? I don't have what he wants. Onoki, who is Tsuchikage, changed his tone in front of Naruto. Originally I wanted to say it in Naruto's mouth. The Samui people who want to promise are stupid. Standing stiffly in front of Uzumaki Naruto, his clothes were soaked in cold sweat. And Samui, who has always been aloof, doesn't have such twists and turns in his mind, so he didn't know what to say for a while. Uzumaki Naruto frowned at Samui's hesitations. There was only a slight change in expression, and Samui, who was immediately startled, hurriedly said, Our Cloud Shinobi village did have a problem with Master Naruto. Because the only ones who have not been resurrected on the battlefield are our Cloud Shinobi village ninjas, our 4th Raikage and Killer Bee, and Lord Wooden Golem. They are all dead. The ninjas in our village did hold a grudge against you at first, but. Sam Eaton's eyes flicker and his mind is dizzy. Help. What the hell am I talking about? Onoki and Terumi Mei even opened their mouths in horror. The two never expected that Cloud Shinobi Village would send such a stupid guy to negotiate with Uzumaki Naruto. Listen to what she is saying. She is clearly singing the death prelude to Terumi Mei and Onogi and everyone in their village. But now our Cloud Shinobi Village is not as strong as before. But, when we saw the changes Gaara Sanagakure made with your help, everyone in our village sincerely wants your help, so Okay. Uzumaki Naruto couldn't listen anymore, and quickly waved his hand to signal Samui to stop her incoherent speech. I'm in a good mood recently, but I don't want to spoil my mood because of these boring things. Uzumaki Naruto's words made the three of them heave a sigh of relief. The three people who are relaxed, even have a kind of celebration house for the rest of their lives. My request is very simple, just one sentence, listen carefully. Learn like Gaara. No matter Iwagakure, Kirigakure or Cloud Shinobi Village, they will all be the same as Sanagakure. Belongs to my village, I absolutely treat everyone equally. Uzumaki Naruto said impatiently, his eyes fell on Onogi. Senior Onogi, I heard that you Iwagakure have a ninjutsu called weighted rock technique, which can add weight to other people's bodies. There is also a kind of ninjutsu called light and heavy rock technique, which can reduce the weight of others, and can even take off and fly. You will teach me these two ninjutsu later. Get it? Study like Gaara. The three of them understood what Uzumaki Naruto meant at the same time. Especially with Gaara acting as a role model here, the three of them made a decision in an instant. I see, Naruto-sama. These two ninjutsu, I will teach you now. Today's Cloud Shinobi village can send Samui as a representative, which proves that Samui is already someone that Cloud Shinobi village can handle. Terumi Mei, Onoki, and Samui, the three of them showed their affection to Uzumaki Kuromaki and agreed to what Kuromaki called his village. It proves that the 5 major ninja villages in the ninja world are completely in the hands of Uzumaki. In this case, other ninja villages can only follow suit. The so-called bloodless war probably means this. The speed at which Uzumaki unifies the ninja world will be rapidly improved after the 4 major ninja villages completely surrender. In How High's universe, inside the moon, there is another world. In the room of the ancient castle, a young man with white hair slowly sat up. There is no expression on the face with closed eyes. How long did I sleep this time? You have been asleep for a full month. Quite a while. Otsutsuki Toneri said leisurely, really. The last time I drove a huge Tensagan to observe the earth, did I sleep for so long? That's right, I saw a lot of things last time. Uzumaki Naruto on earth seems to have successfully defeated the Ninja Alliance. Speaking of this, Otsutsuki Sharon paused, and when he spoke again, his voice was much cooler. The First Ninja World War. The Second Ninja World War. The Third Ninja World War. Now, is this already the 4th time? The world created by Sage of 6 Paths is indeed wrong, so let me destroy it. Audience. Toneri, you fell asleep the part about Otsutsuki Urashiki. Thousands of years ago, Sage of 6 Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo united with younger brother Otsutsuki Hamura to seal Mother Kaguya. Afterwards, Otsutsuki Hagoromo decided to stay on the earth and set up ninja religion to teach the meaning of chakra to people all over the world. Otsutsuki Hamura went to the moon and gave birth to his own group on the moon. It's just that the Hamura clan is the same as the Hyuga clan, divided into the main family and the branch house. After Hamura's death, the descendants were divided into 2 factions because of their different understanding and interpretation of the ancestors' last words. Among them, the branch house believes that the world created by Sage of 6 Paths for thousands of years is a failure and should be eliminated. Then use Tensagan to completely destroy the clan family who advocated peace at that time. Otsutsuki is a descendant of the branch house, who lives alone in the castle in the moon and monitors the earth. It has finally discovered that the world created by Sage of 6 Paths has been in constant war for thousands of years. He followed the will of his ancestors and planned to destroy the world left by Sage of 6 Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Tsunade. I remember that in our world, Sharon didn't die in the end. Onoki. Yes, Toneri was finally sealed by Urashiki using time freeze. Terumi Mei. I'm really wondering, why did Otsutsuki Pushi seal Otsutsuki Toneri? There seems to be no reason. Do they know each other? 4th Raikage. I probably don't know him, but after Pushi came to the earth, he must be able to sense the existence of Sharon, and he would not keep him if he thought about it. Jiraiya. I remember when Urashiki from the Koronaru world appeared, he said that Toneri tried Hinata's idea, and then Koronaru solved it. Gaara. This is very strange. According to the timeline of Hyeming world, Sharon actually appeared earlier than Kaguya, and there are still 15 or 16 years before Urashiki's arrival. You can't wait until 15 or 16 years then go to the ninja world to play Hinata's idea. Luo Sha. This kind of historical information is not difficult to find out, and it may not be certain who told Pushiki. This kind of question is not very worthy of scrutiny. It is very likely that when Otsutsuki Ura style came to the ninja world, someone told the history. In the dark cave, Black Zetsu paces up and down. His idea is very simple, hoping to bring psychological pressure to Naruto with the threat theory of the Otsutsuki family. Then deceive the other party to become 10 Tails Jinchuriki, and want to tell Uzumaki Naruto infinite Tsukuyomi in a deceptive way that he can absorb chakra from ninjas in the entire ninja world. In this way, Uzumaki Naruto will have a steady supply of chakra. He will become the most powerful existence in this world, and naturally he will not worry about the invasion of the Otsutsuki clan. Of course, as long as Uzumaki Naruto casts infinite Tsukuyomi, the rest is his Black Zetsu performance. But now, a problem has arisen. Black Zetsu is not aware of the meeting between Uzumaki Naruto and Sage of Six Paths. What he has to consider is how to convince Uzumaki Naruto of the existence of the Otsutsuki Ten clan. Also, he is even more unclear about the attack of Otsutsuki Urashiki. Audience. The moment Black Zetsu's wise eyes appeared on the screen, the audience in Baming World seemed to know something. Regarding the case of Sharon, I'm afraid it was Black Zetsu's big mouth who said it. After all, people in Baming World have a little understanding of Black Zetsu after watching Baming's video. This guy was the mastermind for many years. Before the success of the matter, Black Zetsu lived hard and seldom expressed his views on the matter. But when Otsutsuki Kaguya was released, Black Zetsu, who hid in Kaguya's long sleeves, revealed his true nature. Vicious. Black Zetsu is an exceptionally talkative person, and every word is sneered at everyone except Otsutsuki Kaguya. In the future of the Black Naruto world, if Black Zetsu and other Otsutsuki clans meet, it is very possible to taunt and talk about the past. Senju Tobirama. But I have to say that there is no problem with Black Zetsu's thinking. Uchiha Madara. Cut. This swarthy guy is really sinister. It is true that he wanted Hymen to use infinite Tsukuyomi's means. His thinking is quite clear, and he did not execute it rashly. Jiraiya. It's a pity that he has lived in the ninja world for 1,000 years, but he doesn't know the details of Uzumaki Kuraning. Terumi Mei. Kuromari is also very lucky. Otsutsuki Toneri actually fell asleep at such a critical moment when Urashiki came to the ninja world. Onoki. No, even if Otsutsuki is not asleep, I don't think he will be able to beat Uzumaki. Terumi Mei. Third Tsuchikage. What I mean is that if Toneri sees the arrival of Urashikage, he will definitely think about it in the long run, and he will not come to the ninja world. Fourth Raikage. Fifth Mizukage is right. If Otsutsuki Tonero honestly hides in the moon and doesn't get any ideas from the ninja world, then Kuromaki might not be able to find him. He is safe. Uzumaki Naruto. But the Otsutsuki Itsuki should have seen Koronaru's move to eliminate the ninja alliance. With Koronaru having Rinnegan, would Otsutsuki Toneri really dare to come? Hateful. Black Zetsu roared angrily. I really can't think of a good way. Black Zetsu slumped on the ground irritably. According to his understanding of Uzumaki Naruto, this guy is not like Uchiha Obito. Naruto doesn't seem to have any weaknesses. And to be able to reach such a point, the Shinshin is definitely not comparable to ordinary people. Especially thinking of Uzumaki Naruto's pair of Rinnegan, Black Zetsu is trembling all over. Uzumaki Naruto is even scarier than I imagined. What to do? Black Zetsu muttered repeatedly. However, at this moment, a voice woke him up. You seem to have encountered something very distressing. Who? Black Zetsu woke up suddenly. He was really careless just now, but he didn't notice anyone approaching. The voice of surprise spreads throughout the cave. After a while, a figure suddenly appeared in front of Black Zetsu. I am the Terminator of this world, and I will also be the new origin of mankind in this world. My name is Otsutsuki Tonero. Audience. This is really mind-boggling. Just now Uzumaki Baming also raised a key question in the discussion group. Today's Uzumaki Black Ming has shown the world his Rinnegan and wood style, and even fairy art. Why would Otsutsuki Toneri dare to come down to trouble Uzumaki Kuromaki? It turned out that this guy was not a fool, he was actually looking for Black Zetsu when he came up. Depends on the situation. Sharon also saw on the moon that Black Zetsu and Black Naruto are in opposition, so do you want to find Black Zetsu to learn about Uzumaki Black Naruto's true strength? However, judging from Sharon's arrogant attitude, it seems that it is not purely for understanding Uzumaki's strength. Uchiha Madara. Wait. Black Zetsu is still struggling and doesn't know how to tell Black Ming about the Otsutsuki clan and deliver it to your door. Senju Tobarama. As you can see, Black Zetsu's luck is also good. Tsunade. Black Zetsu is not going to join forces with Otsutsuki, is he? Speaking of which, he really dares to say that he will be the origin of human beings, and his goal is still to marry Hyuga Hinata. Give birth to powerful offspring. Terumi Mei. Unfortunately, Hyaming is not Beiming. It is the idea of someone to fight Hinata. Hyaming will not invite him to the ninja world. The end of the world, the new origin of mankind? Otsutsuki Sharon. Who is it? The appearance of Otsutsuki Toneri immediately made Black Zetsu vigilant. Since he was born by Kaguya's will, there is no memory of this guy's existence in his mind. This means that the Otsutsuki family in front of you is not the Otsutsuki family that Otsutsuki Kaguya is wary of. Otsutsuki Sharon. Black Zetsu looks suspiciously at the other party. What do you mean? Otsutsuki Toneri closed his eyes tightly. There is a slight smile on the corner of the mouth. You don't know me, it's normal. If you want to go back to the Otsutsuki clan, you have to go back to the Sage of Six Paths era. Our family is the younger brother of Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo, the descendants of Insutsuki Hagoromo. Oh. It turns out they are the descendants of the second brother. Black Zetsu wakes up instantly. About Otsutsuki Hamura, he is clear, he went to use the ball in his own soil. I think the Otsutsuki Toneri in front of me came down from the moon. It's really arrogant. Black Zetsu thought to himself. This guy doesn't know that I am also his ancestor? How dare you call yourself the end of the world and the origin of new humans in front of me? Black Zetsu was very upset, but he was not impulsive, and it was even more impossible for him to reveal his identity before Kaguya appeared. What? You are actually a descendant of Sage of Six Paths' brother. Sage of Six Paths is a legendary figure. Black Zetsu suppressed his disgust towards Otsutsuki Hagoromo, and asked, pretending to be tentative, what do you want from me? Sharon's tone was calm. Of course I want to deal with Uzumaki Naruto. So I want to get some of his most specific information from you. Otsutsuki Toneri watched the earth from the moon, but did not focus on Uzumaki Naruto. And the main reason for him to monitor the earth is to prove that the world created by Sage of Six Paths is a failure. So for the concern about the earth, Otsutsuki Toneri's energy is mainly focused on the war in the ninja world. As for how Uzumaki Naruto opened Rinnegan, he does not know. Sharon is not stupid. Facing Rinnegan, one should be careful. I have no information on Uzumaki Naruto. Hearing that Otsutsuki Toneri was going to deal with Uzumaki Naruto, Black Zetsu was suddenly happy. Isn't this a very good excuse to get close to Uzumaki Naruto? Black Zetsu began to think about it. Otsutsuki Sharon is the Otsutsuki family above the moon. The purpose is to deal with Uzumaki Naruto. Look at the way he keeps his eyes closed. Black Zetsu doesn't know the strength of the opponent, but at best it is not at the level of Otsutsuki Hamura. If he can cause trouble for Uzumaki Naruto, Black Zetsu can take the opportunity to ask Uzumaki Naruto to absorb all the tail beasts in his hand. Of course, if the Otsutsuki Toneri in front of him does not have the strength to defeat Uzumaki Naruto, Black Zetsu also has the first ability to pass the information. And you can convey the Otsutsuki threat theory to Naruto, and confuse Naruto into tens of millions. This is simply a godsend. Black Zetsu squinted his eyes happily in his heart, but on the surface, he was still very vigilant and asked, why did you find me? Sharon didn't answer Black Zetsu's words directly, but quietly passed his body, came behind him and said, I have observed things on the moon for a long time about the earth. In the Third Ninja World War, Ninja World once had a man named Yu. The people of Zebo Madara turned on the Rinnegan and created Yu. Then you formed the Akatsuki organization and wanted to collect tailed beasts to bring peace to this ninja world. But living in a world of dreams is a false peace. Otsutsuki paused, and continued, and the world created by Sage of Six Paths was a failure. Such a failed world needs to be baptized and then a new world will be reborn. This is destiny. Black Zetsu scorned Otsutsuki in his heart. This descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura probably has a serious mental illness. I understand. your so-called Terminator is to destroy the present shinobi. But what does the so-called new origin of mankind mean? That is a new human being, a new world, a completely peaceful world will be created by my descendants. Black Zetsu becomes numb the more he listens. Only you alone? How to create new human beings? Isn't this F***king nonsense? However, all this is not the point for Black Zetsu, he doesn't particularly care about it. The reason why I found you is because you are a product created by Uchiha Madara that is different from other humans in the ninja world. I think you should know the power of Rinnegan better than anyone else. Black Zetsu was slightly dissatisfied upon hearing this. The descendants of Xiaoyu village dare to speak nonsense to their ancestors. You are afraid you are blind. Audience. Black Zetsu's lively interactivities made the audience in Baming World dumbfounded. It can only be said that it is worthy of being the behind-the-scenes man and the best director in the ninja world for thousands of years. The inner drama is more colorful than anyone else. But Black Zetsu misunderstood Otsutsuki. After all, the current Otsutsuki is really blind. His white eyes have long contributed to the giant Tensagen on the moon. So that's why you found me, Black Zetsu said indifferently. After a few seconds, he continued. The power of Rinnegan is not as simple as you imagine. After all, although you are a descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura, this power comes from the sage of six paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Right now, we have been scattered by Uzumaki Naruto, and the chances of Uchiha Madara wanting to be resurrected are almost zero. Maybe Uchiha Madara, who also has Rinnegan, can be revived to fight Uzumaki Naruto. But that is already impossible, so I advise you, it's better to give up your thoughts. Black Zetsu pretends to persuade Otsutsuki Toneri. No one has ever seen what kind of Black Zetsu has lived for thousands of years. A person like Sharon who makes his purpose clear from the start, unless he has extremely strong strength and self-confidence, is either an idiot. But no matter what, it is impossible for such an arrogant person to give up the plan just because of his own persuasion. Haha. Really, sure enough. Black Zetsu didn't have any ideas in his mind, so he heard Otsutsuki's sneer. This is my purpose. Although Rinnegan's power is powerful, there is no force in this world that can compete with it. As Otsutsuki, Otsutsuki Hamura's bloodline is no worse than Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Bayan. Meeting the blood of the Otsutsuki family with extremely strong purity will open the pupil power stronger than Rinnegan. Tensagen. What? Tensagen. The existence of Tensagen is beyond the cognition of Black Zetsu. After all, there is no memory of Tensagen in Otsutsuki Kaguya's will. It seems that the descendants of Otsutsuki Hamura on the moon have experienced new changes over a long period of time. Thinking of this, Black Zetsu panicked a bit. No. If the Otsutsuki Sharon in front of him really defeats Naruto, he will completely destroy the world, and the possibility of unblocking his mother will be even lower. Black Zetsu made up his mind and planned to report the situation of the deceased to Uzumaki Naruto in advance. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. It's not good to look for someone, but Black Zetsu. Uchiha Madara. I laughed so hard. Looking at it this way, it seems that Black Zetsu is going to join forces with Haimaru. It would be interesting for these two old sixes to get together. Senju Tobirama. Black Zetsu's IQ can indeed compete with Haimaru, but it's a pity that Black Zetsu's ability is too pervert. Black Zetsu can only hold hatred in the end. On the screen, Otsutsuki is talking condescendingly with Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu couldn't see any antipathy towards Sharon on his face, but deep down in his heart he had scolded him for 18 generations. He became ruthless and even scolded himself. The audience of Hakuming World can't help but feel sorry for Otsutsuki Chuang Ren. As a descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura, even if he is a descendant of Branch House, Sharon still looks down on the ninjas in this land. Compared to their Otsutsuki clan status, the ninjas of this continent are not shit. At night, the lively Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto invited his contemporaries to dinner abnormally for the first time. This also includes Tamari and Konkuro, just came to Konoha village Shion. Because Shion's appearance is very similar to Hyuga Hinata's, everyone is particularly curious about her identity. Uzumaki Naruto didn't hide anything, and told everyone that she is a witch from the kingdom of ghosts. What? She is actually? Everyone was shocked. especially when they heard Uzumaki Naruto introduce the sprites. It made everyone tremble with fright. Master 6th generation, you have to make preparations in advance. In case the sprite really breaks out, it will be because of something. I am always on call. The appearance of Hyuga Neji patting his chest caused Uchiha Sasuke to hum softly. Idiot. That is enough to destroy the world. It's useless if you go. The seal of the sprite separates the soul from the body. Uzumaki Naruto said with a smile. I have sent people to guard its 2 seals. Sprites will never come out in this lifetime. This is indeed a good way. Shien, who was sitting next to Uzumaki Naruto, took a deep look at Uzumaki Naruto. When she told Naruto about the seal of the monster, the other party immediately made a countermeasure. Several teams of ninjas were selected from Konoha village, and they were driven to the sprite seal to join the guards there by taking turns in groups. Actually, Ziyuan knows very well that it is impossible for the sprites to break out of the seal. That is the seal of her mother Maitreya. And in order to prevent the monsters from reappearing in the world, Maitreya separated the soul and body of the monsters and sealed them. The sprite must first unseal the soul and then unseal the seal of the physical body. Only when the soul and the physical body merge into one can they be truly born in the ninja world. As long as someone who is not particularly crazy removes the seal from the outside and provides a temporary physical body for the sprite, the chance of the sprite appearing is 10 days. It's just that the defensive strength of ordinary guards is still too weak. Now with the help of Uzumaki Naruto, the probability of sprites being unsealed is almost 0. Sure enough, as this guy said, his method is definitely the best and most reliable. Ziyuan pursed her lips and smiled. Her face suddenly became big and blushed. Bah! What is this guy? He is Lord Naruto. However, Ziyuan didn't notice that there was a pair of peripheral vision watching her from the crowd. Tsunade. Ha ha ha, Hyuga Hinata seems to be jealous. Terumi Mei. For sure. Ziyuan looks very similar to her, but the other party is so close to Hei Ming, Hinata must be jealous. Haitu. Oh. My heart hurts, I don't know where I lost. Onoki. Black soil? Black earth. I mean Hyuga Hinata. Hyuga Hinata. No, I wouldn't think so. Yamanaka Ino. Haha, but soon, Otsutsuki Toneri will come to welcome Hinata. Haruno Sakura. Okay Ino, stop teasing Hinata. Do you think Kuro Naruto can be as unresponsive as Naruto? Hinata can't run away. Bai Ming's world. Due to Uzumaki Bai Ming's dull performance, Otsutsuki Toneri almost had a wedding after taking Hyuga Hinata away. But in the eyes of everyone, this scene is bound to be impossible to happen in Haiming world. After all, Uzumaki Haiming has never missed the people and things he likes. Just look at Xian's current performance, not to mention Hyuga Hinata who has a secret heart for Hei Mingfang. Uzumaki Naruto. Ah. Does this kind of thing have to be compared with Hyeming? Yamanaka Ino. Stupid. That's of course, after all, it's the comparison between Koronaru and you, and the emotional aspect is also very important. Uzumaki Naruto. HMPH. I think even if you were Ino, you can't escape in the world of Hyeming. No, you are sticking up. Yamanaka Ino. Huh? You say it again? This meal, everyone ate very happily. This was organized by Uzumaki Naruto. It can be seen that in his heart, being a classmate of the same period is still very important. This makes Naruto feel great satisfaction in all his contemporaries. After dinner, Uzumaki Naruto sent Shien to her place of residence. Goodbye, Uzumaki. Pooh. See you tomorrow, Naruto. Ziyuan's arrogant personality cannot be changed very thoroughly for a while, and she often blurts out and calls Uzumaki Naruto by his first name. But soon, she will change her words on the spot. However, from her cheerful footsteps, it can be seen that Ziyuan is very happy tonight. Naruto. I have to say your future wife, this kind of arrogant personality is quite cute. Nine Tails is like reviewing Uzumaki Naruto. Analyzing the situation of Naruto's other half one by one. Not bad. At least her attitude towards me is much better than other people. Uzumaki Naruto's mouth curls into a smile, but I say, Naruto. What about the little tail at the back? Little tail. Is Black Zetsu already here? the audience in Baming World immediately cheered up. You mean Hinata? Tsunade. Nani? I thought it was Black Zetsu who got into Konoha village, but it was Hinata? Jiraiya. What's so surprising about that? Isn't Hyuga Hinata always following Naruto secretly to observe him? Hitaki Kakashi. Hinata must have felt the threat from Shien, that's why he followed up. Terumi Mei. I remember that the last time they had a dinner together was back when Chunin took the exam, and after the meal Hei Ming sent Hinata home. Conan. Hey, is this the so-called war? Uzumaki Naruto turns around and takes a few steps back. Hyuga Hinata saw this, and shrank her body nervously behind the tree. But the next moment, she still heard Uzumaki Naruto's voice. Is it Hinata? Since you're here, why are you still hiding? Uzumaki Naruto's laughter makes Hyuga Hinata extremely embarrassed. A hot feeling came from the pretty face instantly. Fortunately, the night is very dark. Uzumaki Naruto can't see the condition of his face. Oh, Hinata responded and walked out from the green belt on the side of the road. Laughing nervously. I lost something here during the day, so I want. Ah. Yes, I want to look for it again to see if I can find it. Ha ha ha. Hinata's excuse immediately made Nine Tails fall to the ground laughing. Naruto, this excuse is the funniest excuse I've ever heard. Yes. Yeah. Even Naruto couldn't help being caught off guard by Hyuga Hinata's sudden excuse. For a while, Uzumaki Naruto and Hyuga Hinata were embarrassed at the same time. Fortunately this time, Hyuga Hinata remembered the teachings of Uzumaki Naruto. Cumbering up her courage, she looked at Naruto in front of her and asked, Naruto-kun, you and that Shien. I mean, do you like Shien? However, this question stumps Uzumaki Naruto. At least, he certainly can't answer that he doesn't like it. This kind of behavior will bring great harm to others. Thinking for a few seconds, Uzumaki Naruto finally has a countermeasure. Faced with such a question, it is absolutely impossible to answer it directly. Hinata, actually, how should I say it? Uzumaki Naruto rubbed his head in embarrassment. Actually, you should also know that due to my behavior, the current ninja world has undergone tremendous changes. Orochimaru told me that after the construction of the main city of Uzumaki is completed, I will leave Konoha village and live in Uzumaki, the main city of Uzumaki, as the ruler of Uzumaki. And with the surrender of the major villages, the area of the country of Vortex is spreading towards the whole world. He said that as the ruler of the country of Vortex, my identity and status will be different from anyone else. Every word and deed needs to be very careful. Only by maintaining the image of the ruler of the country of Vortex can we better lead everyone to the future. So, Uzumaki Naruto said this, and looked up at the bright moon in the sky. After a while, there was a soft sigh. Hey. So according to Orochimaru, there are some things that I cannot decide on my own. And he told me that the country of the Vortex is different from any previous country. The former daimyo used the number of descendants to show the prosperity of their respective territories. As the ruler of the entire continent, I as expected of you, Uzumaki Kuromaki. The pot was thrown directly on Orochimaru's head. It's not that I think, it's that I can't hear it. Tsunade. Bah. There really is him, you can see how he can say such things so grandly. Terumi Mei. In a sudden change, he became an innocent victim. Onoki. Yes, Uzumaki feels wronged, he has to bear so much helplessness when he becomes the ruler of the world. Uzumaki Kushina. Hey, don't you say that, for rulers, some things are beyond their control, and the kid is right. Orochimaru. Kushina, there is nothing wrong with what I said, and my opinion is always valuable. Jiraiya. Looks like I still have to praise you, because of the snake. Speaking of descendants, Hyuga Hinata's face turned red even more. However, to Naruto's surprise, Hyuga Hinata let out a sigh of relief, as if the stone in his heart finally fell to the ground. It turned out to be like this. Hyuga Hinata recalled the discussion between Orochimaru and Uzumaki Naruto about the revival of the Uzumaki family in charge of the mainland when they sneaked at the door and heard it. She deeply understands this truth, and there is nothing wrong with Orochimaru's proposal. In the world of ninjas, the daimyos of the daimyo prefecture are indeed the same as what Uzumaki Naruto said. In order to ensure the continuation of the status of the daimyos, it is impossible to be like ordinary people, with only a few heirs. In addition, they have to choose the most outstanding among the children to inherit the position of the daimyo. The other highnesses will arrange to live in other places. I think everyone will understand this kind of thing. But thank you for your hard work, Naruto-kun. Uzumaki Naruto was startled when he heard this. Do you understand? Why don't you understand? Naruto's surprise made Hinata look elsewhere. Rubbing his little hands, he continued. This is indeed something that the ruler of a country should consider. In this position, many things are really beyond my control. Hyuga Hinata looks at the sky wistfully. Don't talk about the existence of ruling a country like daimyo, even if it's like the family patriarch among their ninjas. Many things are involuntary. Even, as the heir of the family, Hyuga Hinata understands this kind of thing better. At the beginning, as the future heir of the Hyuga clan, I couldn't follow my own ideas in many things. And, since childhood, we must live with the thinking of leading a family. What's more, Uzumaki Naruto, his current identity is an existence above all others. He is not the lord of a country, he will be the co-lord of the world. Many things cannot be understood by ordinary people's thinking. But Hyuga Hinata's conversation suddenly changed. Uzumaki Naruto felt a thump in his heart. I cursed myself for not opening Rinnegan sooner. My eyes are so dark now, I don't know what Hinata is thinking at all. I mean, Hinata just got up the courage to say something, but soon her momentum weakened again. Extremely nervous, fingers kept moving rapidly. I mean, that. Well, although Shion is a witch in the kingdom of ghosts, I mean. Going crazy. Hyuga Hinata's state of mind is close to collapse, and she wants to tell Uzumaki Naruto. I am no worse than the other party. If possible, she will work hard to meet Uzumaki Naruto's request for a spouse. However, Hinata did not expect that it would be extremely difficult to confess in front of the person he likes. Uzumaki Naruto scratched his head suspiciously. He felt that Hinata wanted to say something, but he didn't know why the other party's head seemed to be smoking. I mean, Hyuga Hinata summoned up her courage and raised her voice a few decibels. I mean, if I could, I would. Feel sorry. At such a tense moment, the voice from the green belt interrupted the conversation between Hinata and Naruto. Excuse me, I have something important to do with Uzumaki Naruto. Who? Uzumaki Naruto frowned, and suddenly looked at the woods, hiding his head and showing his tail. Uzumaki Naruto grabs Hinata behind him to protect him. But it's strange that there is no trace of the other party. Hey, Uzumaki Naruto. Although my name is Black Zetsu, I look pitch black, but my eyes are bright, don't you see me? Black Zetsu finished speaking, bared his teeth and laughed. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto discovered that a white crescent moon actually appeared on the tree trunk. Naruto. Nine-Tails' voice also rang out from Naruto's mind. It's that dark guy, I didn't even feel his approach. I know, Kurama. To tell you the truth, the reason why I kept him at the beginning was because I felt that he was very special. Don't talk about you, in fact, even my perception of him is vague. What? Uzumaki Black Ming actually has a faint perception of Black Zetsu. This result exceeded the audience's expectations. No one thought that Hei Wu could hide this matter for so long. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Even if Black Zetsu is activated and Rinnegan possesses my yin and yang power, Black Zetsu is still the third child born by the will of my mother, and I still want to fully perceive it. Is difficult. Uchiha Madara. Black Zetsu seems to have nothing but force, but the ability to hide and save his life is full. Tsunade. I think if Black Ming knew that Hinata was confessing to him but was interrupted by Black Zetsu, he would definitely tear Black Zetsu apart in anger. Terumi Mei. I don't think Kuronami would be so impulsive. Shimura Danzo. Black Zetsu did a good job, Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu. Danzo, what are you, teaching me to be king? The arrival of Black Zetsu immediately made the audience full of energy. I'm coming. The two most insidious and vicious guys in the ninja world finally met. Although there are some complaints in their hearts, the audience still knows that there is no one who does not do things for their own ideas. It's just that they have powerful means. Just like Black Zetsu on screen, what evil could he have in mind? They just want to unseal the mother Otsutsuki Kaguya. From this point of view, Black Zetsu is the most filial person in the ninja world. Black Zetsu. We meet again. Uzumaki Naruto blocked Hinata behind him. Without any extra nonsense, he directly activated Rinnegan. Although the perception of Black Zetsu is looming, fortunately, Black Zetsu cannot resist his inner peeping. Yes, Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu rolled his big eyes several times. The heart is extremely flustered. With Uzumaki Naruto's current ability and status, what if he is so arrogant that he doesn't believe what I say? Black Zetsu's mind flashed a picture of himself communicating with Otsutsuki Tonrin. The other party asked him about the situation of Rinnegan, and Black Zetsu finally observed the eyes of Toneri after learning that Baian could evolve into Tenseigan. It was only then that the other party's closed eyes were already empty. In other words, at this time, Otsutsuki did not get Tenseigan. Black Zetsu thought about it. The basis of Tenseigan is the white eye that requires extremely high purity. Looking behind Uzumaki Naruto, Hyuga Hinata stuck his head out. Black Zetsu had an idea. Laughing. Oh, it seems that you have salvaged this little couple. However, I do have something important to discuss with you. For Otsutsuki, who has not turned on Tenseigan, Black Zetsu doesn't pay attention at all. Although the Otsutsuki family belongs to the Otsutsuki family, the is at best the last waste of Hamura. Still the descendant who lost his white eyes. Even if he has the ability to discover his whereabouts, how can he do so? In Black Zetsu's heart, the current Otsutsuki Toneri must not be the opponent of Uzumaki Naruto, who has already activated Rinnegan. Uzumaki Naruto frowned even more upon hearing this. Black Zetsu's mental activity really surprised him. Otsutsuki Hamura. Naruto remembers that Otsutsuki Hamura should be the younger brother of Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Why does the Black Zetsu in front of me have such disdain for the descendants of Otsutsuki Hamura? There is also Tenseigan that can be obtained with high-density white eyes. This series of information is really beyond Uzumaki Naruto's cognition. If Black Zetsu's psychological activities are not intentionally fabricated out of thin air, it means that the Hyuga clan in Konoha village seems to be targeted by the Otsutsuki Toneri. See, Naruto is silent. Black Zetsu didn't care, at least the other party didn't attack him. This is enough to show that Uzumaki Naruto in front of him wants to know his follow-up remarks. Uzumaki Naruto, you may not be clear. In this vast universe, there are extremely powerful groups that are eyeing the ninja world. The Otsutsuki clan. Black Zetsu's confident speech made Nine Tails feel vigilant. He hurriedly reminded Naruto. Naruto, this swarthy fellow knows the existence of the Otsutsuki clan. He is really not simple. The existence of the Otsutsuki family is only deduced from Kaguya's words when Naruto and Nine Tails tell the history of Otsutsuki Kaguya according to the Sage of Six Paths. And, the arrival of Urashiki verified Otsutsuki Kaguya's worries. It's just that who would have thought that this little black man in front of him, whose appearance is obviously different from that of a human being, is also aware of the existence of the Otsutsuki clan. Black Zetsu, who are you? Uzumaki Naruto looked at Black Zetsu sharply. Looking at this, Black Zetsu was taken aback. What sharp eyes. After Black Zetsu said in a deep voice, he said with a strong and calm smile, "It doesn't matter who I am, what matters is what I say next. A guy named Otsutsuki Toneri has come to the ninja world. His purpose is to destroy everything in the ninja world. And, he wants to become the ancestor of new humans in the ninja world." Black Zetsu paused, and glanced at Hyuga Hinata behind Uzumaki Naruto. I remember correctly, Hyuga Hinata is the eldest lady of the Hyuga family. The purpose of Otsutsuki is to obtain the most pure white eyes in the ninja world and evolve into Tenseigan. Perhaps the time I want to leave for the two of you to be sweet is running out. The roulette wheel of fate has begun to turn, and the goal of giving up is Miss Hyuga behind you. Hyuga Hinata. Nani. The audience in Baming World were stunned by Black Zetsu's speech. Because Sharon didn't tell Black Zetsu the real truth. He just said that he would evolve into Tenseigan with a very high concentration of white eyes, and he would become the order manager of the new world and the ancestor of mankind. Tsunade. Hey. Could it be that Black Zetsu also has the power to see through people's hearts? How could he guess that Otsutsuki Toneri's target is Hinata? Jiraiya. This. Onogi. It shouldn't be, because Sutsuki Tonero didn't tell Black Zetsu about Hyuga Hinata. Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara. Speechless. Let Tobirama explain. Senju Tobirama. Of course Black Zetsu can't see through people's minds, otherwise Kaguya can't be sealed in our world for the second time. He just seized on the relationship between Kuromaki and Hinata, threatening Uzumaki Kuromaki with Hyuga Hinata. Terumi Mei. No wonder, Black Zetsu used Hyuga Hinata's safety as a threat, and indeed he was able to impress Uzumaki faster. Conan. I used to watch Black Zetsu lead others by the nose, but this time, Black Zetsu dared to lead him by the nose. Nagato. Last time, Black Zetsu and Uchiha Obito were miserable by Uzumaki. Black Zetsu really wants revenge this time, and he is also a guy who doesn't suffer. Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's a pity that Black Zetsu still underestimated Black Ming. The other party has mind-reading skills. Hey, it's a big difference to miss this step. Shimura Danzo. Huh. Whether it's Black Naruto or Black Zetsu, neither of them is a good thing. Black Zetsu. That's right, it's not as good as Danzo-sama has means, and in the end Sasuke had to chop off his head. Hehe. Let me see how you choose this time, Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu sees that Naruto remains silent. It's inevitable that I feel a little dark in my heart. It's over. Hearing that the little beauty next to me has become someone else's prey, I am very upset. HMPH. I think Black Zetsu is also a person who has lived for 1,000 years, so you just play tricks with me? Overestimate one's abilities. Uzumaki Naruto. Nani? Uzumaki Naruto is shocked. About Otsutsuki Sharon, he is expected to be real. The matter between Black Zetsu and the other party has also gone through in Black Zetsu's heart. Otsutsuki Sharon is indeed what Black Zetsu said, and wants to use the highly concentrated white-eyed evolution Tensagen of the Hyuga family to destroy the ninja world. And want to develop a new order of the world and a new human being. However, Sharon did not mention where he got those highly concentrated white eyes. There is something about Hinata, but I haven't mentioned it. It's just that the fact that Black Zetsu has lived for more than 1,000 years is completely beyond Uzumaki Naruto's expectations. Isn't this guy born during the time when Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo existed? Who is he? When Uzumaki Naruto asked about Black Zetsu's identity before seeing him, Black Zetsu didn't answer, and he didn't think much about it. This guy's attention is almost entirely on Otsutsuki Toneri. But it doesn't matter. Uzumaki Naruto pondered for a while. Slowly said, I remember you used to be from Obito's side. Naruto said from the beginning that when he met Black Zetsu again, the other party did not deny it, and he knew that Black Zetsu should have seen through Uzumaki's embarrassing identity. Why come to me now to remind me of this kind of thing? Or, you are the errand runner for that Otsutsuki Toneri who came here to show off your new master to me. Nonsense. What kind of fart are you talking about here? Uzumaki Naruto's so-called new master immediately made Black Zetsu resentful. Even cursed Naruto a few times. Otsutsuki is just a descendant of Hamura, and he is a descendant of a branch house. To really talk about identity, he has to call me ancestor. Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura are the children of the mother, am I not? It's just that when the will was born, my mother caused a strange phenomenon when I was born because of the lack of fighting chakra. Of course, although my mother did not give me great strength, the ability of this body to turn into a liquid and pervasively give me a great life-saving function. Huh. Black Zetsu snorted coldly. You also know that Obito and Nagato have been defeated by you. I still want to live in this world, so naturally I have to find a reliable guy to take refuge in. Although Otsutsuki Shurin claims that Tensagen's pupil power is no worse than Rinnegan's, but currently he has not acquired Tensagen. I don't need to be in a team with an unknown person. So I thought about it again and again, thinking that your side is more reliable than Sharon, so I notified you of this important information. I just want to find a strong backer to live in the ninja world safely. Black Zetsu looked dissatisfied at Uzumaki Naruto, who was silent again. I keep complaining. This Uzumaki Naruto usually talks so little. I say 10 sentences and he doesn't say one? However, Uzumaki Naruto is not as simple as being silent. When he learned that Black Zetsu was the third son of Otsutsuki Kaguya, he was completely dumbfounded. This ugly black thing is Kaguya's third son? Numb. The audience in Baming World was speechless. Uzumaki Himing's method of asking questions and watching the changes to visit people's hearts is simply impeccable. So what if it's Black Zetsu? Pupil surgery comes from spiritual power. Perhaps only the spiritual power of the other party is higher than that of Uzumaki Kuromaki, or his bloodline, otherwise no one can resist Uzumaki Kuromaki's visit. Black Zetsu's performance has been perfect, and what he said is even more reasonable. It's a pity that with the complete exposure of his identity, it was absolutely impossible for Uzumaki to believe what Black Zetsu said. It turned out to be like this. Uzumaki Naruto muttered to himself, then looked at Black Zetsu. Do you mean to use Otsutsuki's information in exchange for your surrender to me? Yes. I just want to live in the ninja world. After all, you can tell that I'm not as powerful as a normal human being. We need to rely on strong people, Black Zetsu said seriously. He believes that his logic has no flaws. Well, that's right. Uzumaki Naruto nods. However, Hyuga Hinata hastily stopped and said, Mr. Naruto, this guy is too weird. We can't believe what he said lightly. Huh. Black Zetsu snorted immediately after hearing the words. Whether I'm right or wrong, you just need to walk with me to find out. Today, Otsutsuki Sharon lives in the center of the moon. I was once created by Uchiha Madara using Rinnegan's power and Yin-Yang Dun, and I knew a lot of things when I was with him. I know that somewhere in the ninja world there is a space ninjutsu connected to the interior of the moon. As long as Uzumaki Naruto follows me to the moon, he will know everything. However, Black Zetsu's words were seriously opposed by Hyuga Hinata. What nonsense are you talking about? How could we let Naruto-kun follow you to throw such a dangerous thing? What if you set a trap? Naruto-kun, don't listen to him. Hinata panicked and grabbed Naruto's arm tightly, her face full of worry. Black Zetsu was not in a hurry, but smiled and said, It doesn't matter if you don't believe, that guy called Yurin should soon use the huge Tensagen on the ball to attack the horizon, asterisk. If you think it's inappropriate at that time, it's not too late to follow me. At the same time, above the moon, the corner of Otsutsuki Toneri's mouth twitched with contempt. Did that strange species created by Yin-Yang Dun take refuge in Uzumaki Naruto? Hehe, it's really a life and death thing. Sharon never expected that Black Zetsu would tell Uzumaki Naruto about his desire to destroy the ninja world. I didn't even think that the other party wanted to take Uzumaki Naruto to destroy himself. Mere mortals, even if they have Rinnegan, do they think they can fight against me? It's so naive. Otsutsuki Tonero chuckled, got up and turned his head, and walked towards the palace where the huge Tensagen was stored. Konoha village. Feeling tension from Hyuga Hinata, Uzumaki Naruto gently patted her head. About Black Zetsu in front of him, Uzumaki Naruto naturally cannot believe his words. But in Naruto's heart, this guy definitely has a hidden secret area and, looking at Black Zetsu's confident face, it aroused Uzumaki Naruto's interest in wanting to have fun with him. Don't worry, Hinata. With my current strength, no one can hurt me. It is still necessary to go to the moon with him. What if what he said is true? Seeing Naruto's insistence, Hyuga Hinata let out a sigh of relief and apologized. It's all because I'm not capable enough to help you. Good luck. I heard that Naruto promised to go to the moon to destroy Otsutsuki. Black Zetsu suddenly felt happy. As long as the guy who has no ancestors in his eyes is killed, Uzumaki Naruto will definitely trust himself very much. At that time, move out the Otsutsuki threat theory, make this guy stronger, and use Infinite Tsukuyomi. As long as Infinite Tsukuyomi is successfully cast, Uzumaki Naruto will be useless. At that time, the whole world belongs to the mother. Thank you so much, Uzumaki Naruto. You helped my mother unify the ninja world, and it was a great help. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto finally understood that the purpose of Black Zetsu was to unblock Otsutsuki Kaguya. And the so-called Infinite Tsukuyomi is actually the key to Kaguya's unblocking. It seems that both Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito were used by this black guy. Uzumaki Naruto is also happy. The third son of Otsutsuki Kaguya? Just play with you. However, at this moment, a bright light pierced the sky. A meteorite fell from the sky and fell into the distance. That's. Black Zetsu was taken aback when he saw this. Sharon has already made a move. God help me. Black Zetsu is overjoyed. Uzumaki Naruto, do you feel it? Sharon has already started. What I say is true. Just like the trajectory of Baming World. Black Naruto World. Otsutsuki Sharon's so-called way to destroy the ninja world is to use a huge Tensagen to change the gravitational force between the Earth and the Moon. Let the Moon approach the Earth, causing natural disasters to completely destroy everything on the Earth. The only way to stop the crisis on Earth is to destroy the giant Tensagen on the Moon. However, the only wild card in the two worlds was with Uzumaki Kurenai possessing Rinnegan. This forced Otsutsuki Toneri, who had been secretly observing the ninja world, to find Black Zetsu to ask about Rinnegan. Unfortunately, it's here. The opponent wants to kill Otsutsuki Toneri to the moon with Uzumaki Black Ming. Tsunade. I didn't expect Black Zetsu to know the secret passage connecting the ninja world to the moon. Uchiha Madara. Although in our world, I was used by Black Zetsu, but in the world of Black Naruto, it seems that I have no role to play. But Black Zetsu has lived for thousands of years, and there may be no big or small things in the ninja world. He doesn't know. Senju Hashirama. Madara, in fact, we in the world of Kuromaki are fine, but you in the Pure Land world, at least you still have fantasies about infinite Tsukuyomi in your heart, at least you have expectations. Uchiha Madara. Are you sure this is a comforting word? Jiraiya. It's a pity that it's a tragedy to give up someone. It's impossible for Uzumaki to let him go. Terumi Mei. The worst thing is that Otsutsuki Toneri hasn't captured Hyuga Hinata yet and went back to get married. Haruno Sakura. How could Koronaru ask Otsutsuki to arrest Hinata and marry him? In fact, I was very annoyed when I was watching Bai Ming's future. Yamanaka Ino. Me too, Hinata and Bai Ming. Both of them are too emotional about their emotions, and there were a lot of misunderstandings in the middle. But fortunately they caught up in the end. If they didn't catch up, Hinata and Sharon really completed the wedding ceremony. How uncomfortable is it for Hinata? Uzumaki Naruto. Okay. Isn't the key point that Kuromaki's power is too strong? He can solve all problems with such confidence. Uchiha Sasuke. Yo. I didn't expect you to admit that strength is more important than other things now. Uzumaki Naruto. Huh. I won't be angry if you say anything. Uzumaki Kuroto no matter what, is Uzumaki Naruto from another world, not Uchiha Kurosuke. Uchiha Sasuke. Silent. Uzumaki Naruto. No, it should be Uchiha Baisuki. The moment when the meteorite from the sky scratched the ninja world. Uzumaki Naruto decided to go to the so-called moon with Black Zetsu. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto's disappearing back, Hyuga Hinata shook his head helplessly. However, what is more in my heart is my concern for Uzumaki Naruto and his admiration for everything he has done to the ninja world. At the same time, Otsutsuki Toneri naturally discovered Uzumaki Naruto who had left. HMPH. What a guts, Sharon said unconsciously. Uzumaki Naruto left Konoha village without knowing the enemy's movements. I don't know if he is confident in his own strength, or he is arrogant and doesn't pay attention to these details. Otsutsuki Toneri does need a white eye, but what he needs is a white eye of the same blood as Hyuga Hinata. Hyuga Hanabi. After all, Hyuga Hinata is an important person he uses to send new humans. This is also the destiny that belongs to Hyuga Hinata. Otsutsuki Toneri looks at the huge Tensagen in front of him. The moment chakra moved slightly, dozens of puppet soldiers flew out of the entire castle. Their goal is to rush to Konoha village to capture Hyuga Hanabi and Hyuga Hinata. Uzumaki Naruto's flying speed is very fast. He took Black Zetsu with him, and soon approached the so-called space connected to the moon in Black Zetsu's mouth. Along the way, Black Zetsu couldn't hide his thoughts from Uzumaki Naruto's investigation. Uzumaki Naruto was also amused by the other party's abnormal excitement. Obviously, Black Zetsu's ultimate goal is to let Naruto help him unblock Otsutsuki Kaguya. Although Naruto clearly wants to unblock Otsutsuki Kaguya, he needs to use infinite Tsukuyomi technique. However, he does not understand the specific steps. And Black Zetsu didn't reveal too much. This aroused Uzumaki Naruto's curiosity, and he wanted to see what Black Zetsu's next plan would be. At this moment, Hei suddenly lowered his voice. The group of people sitting on strange big birds that flew past us just now, could it be said that they are the subordinates of Sharon? I see they are headed in the direction of Konoha village. For this, Uzumaki Naruto didn't care at all. Judging from Chakra's wave induction alone, the opponent's strength level is quite weak, and he is not an opponent of Konoha village ninja at all. Several wood-style clones of myself are still in Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't care about these little guys at all. Even for Otsutsuki Toneri, Uzumaki Naruto didn't feel any sense of crisis. However, it is not in line with Uzumaki Naruto's behavior style to let the danger go. What's more, Otsutsuki needs extremely pure white eyes to open Tensegan. Although Black Zetsu is cunning, some words are indeed on point. Uzumaki Naruto is worried that Toneri will cast his eyes on Hyuga Hinata. Don't worry about them. Let's just go to the moon and kill Otsutsuki Chuang Ren. Soon, the two came to what Black Zetsu called a special space channel connecting the moon. To Uzumaki Naruto's surprise, this space passage is not as direct as he imagined. Not to mention the passage going straight up towards the moon. The special space channel connecting the ninja world and the moon actually goes deep into the bottom of the lake. Are you really not worried about the safety of Konoha village? My so-called sacrificing target is Hyuga Hinata, I'm not kidding you. Naruto, although you are very powerful, your arrogant personality is not good. Actor Black Zetsu has devoted himself seriously to acting. He wants to win the trust of Uzumaki Naruto by virtue of his sincere relationship. Awesome. Seeing this, the audience in Baming World all felt pity for Black Zetsu. This acting skill can be described as flawless, and it looks like he is thinking of Uzumaki Kuromaki. Jiraiya. Black Zetsu really gives off a particularly sincere feeling. Hitaki Kakashi. The so-called sincerity is the most powerful nirvana in dealing with people, that's what I'm talking about. Tsunade. If Uzumaki Baming, maybe he and Black Zetsu will become companions. Uzumaki Naruto. No way, how can I be with a guy like Black Zetsu who wants to turn all ninjas into white Zetsu? Black Zetsu. Bai Ming, you are going too far. I just want to save my mother, which is no different from you for the village and your companions. Uchiha Madara. Tisk. I have no problem with what you said, and you are also a person who has worked hard but has no results. There is no essential difference from me. Senju Tobirama. Brothers and brothers. When you open your mouth, the whole Uzumaki Black Naruto is like the ultimate villain, blocking your justice. Yamanaka Ino. Don't talk about it. Do you think there is a possibility that Black Zetsu's behavior of splitting the moon to save his mother moved Black Zetsu, so Otsutsuki Kaguya got freedom? Haruno Sakura. Unless Otsutsuki Kaguya volunteers to side with Uzumaki, don't even think about it. Yurihong. I don't agree either. Haimaru is not the kind of person who is easily moved, not to mention that he has gone through so many things, and it is even more impossible for him to help Black Zetsu at will because of his filial behavior. Naruto. What is this rascal guy doing? Why do I feel like he has no good intentions? Nine Tails was slightly upset when he heard Black Zetsu persuade Naruto. This dark and strange creature is here to steal my job? Unforgivable. Kurama. Black Zetsu must have no good intentions. Don't worry, I know it myself. Hearing this, Nine Tails breathed a sigh of relief. But this black guy really knows a lot. Even I don't know that the ninja world still has a space orbit that can connect to the moon. Naruto. Let's not be fooled by this guy. Nine Tails' reminder made Uzumaki Naruto, who was sinking in the lake, nod. But regarding Black Zetsu's current behavior, Uzumaki Naruto is naturally sure that he will not deceive himself. The opponent's real purpose is to use himself to release Otsutsuki Kaguya afterwards. Naruto. Europe, that's a lot of nonsense. Uzumaki Naruto interrupted Black Zetsu's inquiry, and said lightly, the purpose of our trip is to eliminate Otsutsuki Sharon. It's a good thing that guy didn't follow his men to Konoha village. Besides, don't you understand the principle of capturing the thief before the king? Black Zetsu was stunned for a moment when he heard the words, and then pretended to say, so that's it, you want to kill the opponent before he gets the Tensegan. Even if his subordinates can really complete the mission and go back to the moon, it won't help. As expected of you, Suzu Naruto. I finally understand how Obito lost to you. His style of doing things has missed the best time. Compared to someone like you who takes decisive actions, he is really nothing. Uzumaki Naruto's mouth twitches in embarrassment. I didn't expect that while Black Zetsu's heart was dark, his mouth seemed to be smeared with honey, so he would flatter. Let's play. Continue to play. Uchiha Obito. Black Zetsu in the world of Black Naruto, it's too difficult. Uchiha Madara. Haha, I laughed so hard, now I really want to quickly skip the part of the caster, and see how Black Zetsu was pitted by Hymen in the end. Black Zetsu. It's too much, Uzumaki Black Ming is too much, I praise him so much, he. Orochimaru. Black Zetsu, you have to show some face, is that praising Naruto-kun? That's just your disguise. Hitaki Kakashi. Besides, in order to win Uzumaki's trust, Black Zetsu never forgot to tease Obito when he was afraid of flattering. Uchiha Obito. This. Black Zetsu is really stupid, doesn't he think about a guy like him who eats inside and out, can Black Zetsu like it? Senju Tobirama. It can't be said like this, Black Zetsu has revealed his identity from the beginning, he is weak, he can only rely on the strong, so it is normal to take a bite of his former club in order to rely on the strong. Black Zetsu. Senju Tobirama, be careful what you say, I don't like your metaphor, and the only person who can make me work is my mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya. Uzumaki Naruto and Black Zetsu moved very quickly. Midway, Uzumaki Naruto also felt the faint chakra fluctuations coming from the lake. This kind of fluctuation can cause the chakra in the ninja to be disturbed. Obviously, this is a special technique set up by Sharon to prevent intruders, and make all intruders have illusions in the lake. Unfortunately, this level of illusion can only make the whirlpool. Vortex Naruto felt that the chakra in his body would be weakly disturbed, which could not reach the point where he could have illusions in his body. But what Uzumaki Naruto was curious about was that along the way, Black Zetsu seemed to be completely unaffected by the spells in the lake. It's as if I am immune to this illusion. Worthy of being the third son of Otsutsuki, he really has something special. Uzumaki Naruto thought in his mind and quickened his action. After crossing the bottom of the lake, when Naruto and Black Zetsu poked their heads out, they found that they had come to the sea. Are you sure this is the moon? After going ashore, Uzumaki Naruto Fox questioned. Looking around, the environment here is no different from the ninja world. There are lush jungles around, and there are even buildings similar to historic sites in the distance. Above the sky, there is a bright sun shining on the earth. Black Zetsu was stunned for a few seconds, then nodded. Although I have never been to the interior of the moon, this space passage is definitely a passage leading to the moon. I feel like we just swam from another part of the lake to the sea. Uzumaki Naruto laughs. Black Zetsu heard the words, his voice became a little anxious. Impossible, this must be the inner world of the moon. Although I also doubt why there is a sun inside the moon. But it is very likely that the Otsutsuki Hamura family who went to the moon created it through some kind of secret technique. After all, Otsutsuki Hamura is the younger brother of Sage of Six Paths, so it is not surprising that he would use this kind of occult. Uzumaki Naruto nods. From the chakra fluctuation in the lake just now, it can be proved that the lake is not an ordinary lake. It's just Black Zetsu's rebuttal, but he didn't mention the illusion chakra wave in the lake just now. Suffice to say, the chakra fluctuation just now had no effect on him, and it has reached the point where he can't even feel a little bit of feeling. Kurama, Black Zetsu is a bit special, he is actually immune to any illusion. Well, actually, I also noticed the strangeness of chakra on you just now, this black guy is indeed capable. Nine Tails became more and more nervous. Naruto, do you think Black Zetsu will team up with Otsutsuki Dao Ren to set a trap for you? And just after he said that Sharon was going to destroy the ninja world, meteorites began to fall from the sky. I feel like everything was negotiated. This point, Uzumaki Naruto disagrees. In his impression, the Otsutsuki clan are all guys with eyes reaching to the top of their heads. For example, Pooh style, open your mouth and close your mouth. Sharon is afraid that the difference is not too much. Opening your mouth means that the roulette wheel of destiny has begun to turn, and he is as high as the envoy who carries out the destiny. For the ninja world, they are like gravel in their eyes. When to start destroying the ninja world is just a thought. Uzumaki Naruto didn't answer Kurama's doubts. At this time, all his energy was concentrated on the artificial sun in the sky. Black Zetsu also seems to have seen some tricks. He asked faintly, Naruto, do you see the sun in the sky, isn't it a bit strange? Snort. Uzumaki Naruto snorted coldly. It's really a guy who hides his head and shows his tail. This huge sun is not a sun, it's just a glowing circular enchantment. No wonder I can't detect a trace of chakra at such a long distance. It turned out that they were all hiding there. Through Rinnegan, Uzumaki Naruto can see the strange chakra halo emanating from the surface of the artificial sun. However, this halo is only a thin layer. If the entire artificial sun is a sun constructed by secret techniques, the whole should be a huge chakra ball. Uzumaki Naruto is certain that there is a big problem with the amount of light on this thin layer of chakra. After trying to tap a few times, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head. This chakra halo looks weak, but it is actually extremely dense. Ordinary detonation and ninjutsu cannot break it. Perhaps this is the self-confidence of Otsutsuki, who actually likes to be a bastard. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, a strange black stick suddenly appeared in his hand. Yin and Yang escape. Black Zetsu muttered inwardly, but wondered. It doesn't feel right. The power of this yin-yang dun seems to be stronger than Uchiha Madara's yin-yang dun. Hey! Uzumaki Naruto curls his lips slightly. No matter how bad it is, he is the one who inherited the Sage of Six Paths chakra and the power of yin and yang. The control of the truth-seeking ball is still within reach. It's just that the chakra black sticks produced by truth-seeking ball and yin-yang dun are all pitch black, and it is difficult to detect the difference between the two without careful induction. Of course, the truth-seeking ball has the function of changing shape at will, which is incomparable to the yin-yang dunhei stick. HMPH. Otsutsuki Tonero wants to be a turtle but speaks wildly that he wants to destroy the ninja world. Do you really think I am Uzumaki Naruto easy to bully? I think his enchantment is hard, or my yin-yang dun chakra black stick in his hand is sharp. Good guy. The audience in Baming World was collectively broken by Black Zetsu's speech, and by the way, began to observe a moment of silence for Black Zetsu. Originally, Uzumaki was just waiting for Black Zetsu's follow-up action, but now, he has started acting with Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu also wondered why the black stick in Koronaru's hand was so much stronger than Uchiha Madara's. With a backhand, Hymen called the truth-seeking ball in his hand the black stick of yin-yang dun chakra. This behavior really started to lead Black Zetsu in the wrong direction. At least, the current Black Zetsu has no idea how powerful Uzumaki is. Shimura Danzo. Huh. Boring to pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger. Fourth Raikage. Indeed, Uzumaki is so powerful, why not just use his terrifying power to shock everything? Terumi Mei. Perhaps that would be boring. Besides, Uzumaki Black Ming wants to know the specific steps to unblock Otsutsuki Kaguya. Black Zetsu has not exposed these so far. Maybe Black Zetsu is fishing for Black Zetsu. Hitaki Kakashi. Hey! Let's look at it as an audience. People in the world of Hyeming are really miserable, and they are counted like this. Uzumaki Kashina. Huh? Kakashi, are you with Black Zetsu? Hitaki Kakashi. Just kidding. Black Zetsu, bah. Uzumaki is evil, he just relies on his powerful pupil technique, and after knowing people's hearts, he can hold everything in the palm of his hand at will. It's disgusting. If he didn't have the ability to see through people's thoughts with his pupil power, I will not lose to him. Uchiha Madara. Black Zetsu, this is meaningless. According to what you said, everyone has the same strength and ability. How can there be a strong one? Click. The moment Uzumaki Naruto inserts the black rod transformed from the truth-seeking ball into the barrier. Dao Dao Dian Mang scattered from the barrier. The next second, as several cracks appeared, a big hole was broken in the barrier. Oh? What a powerful guy. Uzumaki Naruto makes a sound of doubt. This time, he didn't act, and his expression was slightly dignified. I didn't expect that this enchantment was only broken by a gap, and it was not broken as a whole. Uzumaki Naruto is puzzled. The black stick in his hand is a truth-seeking ball. Ordinary people, let alone deal with it, even if they touch it lightly, they may lose their lives. But I didn't expect that the enchantment created by Otsutsuki Toneri was only broken by a gap. The truth-seeking ball is a special product of the 6 paths level. Under 6 paths, the truth-seeking ball cannot be touched at all without a special chakra. It can be seen that the enchantment set by Otsutsuki Sharon is not a simple thing. Uchiha Madara. I remember that the artificial sun of Sharon and everything inside is based on the power of that giant Tenseigan . Senju Tobarama. It's like this, and after opening Tenseigan, Sharon has obviously stepped into the 6 paths level, and will also create a truth-seeking ball. Jiraiya. No way, in our world, Otsutsuki Toneri can't defeat Hakunaru even with Tenseigan, let alone in the world of Kuro Naruto. Uzumaki without Tenseigan is against Uzumaki who has Rinnegan. Otsutsuki Toneri has no chance, there is no chance of winning. Orochimaru. I just don't know how Naruto-kun will deal with the huge Tenseigan. Don't destroy the huge Tenseigan like Beiming. It's good to keep it for research. Uzumaki Naruto dragged Black Zetsu and entered the artificial sun through the big hole. Looking around, there are several small islands floating inside the artificial sun. The various buildings on the island are overwhelming, and one of the huge palaces caught the attention of Uzumaki Naruto. I think that's where Otsutsuki Doreto lives. However, what surprised Uzumaki Naruto the most was that there was a large Yamanaka floating in the distance, which actually exuded a huge chakra. Uzumaki Naruto? I didn't expect you to break the barrier created by Tenseigan. At this time, Otsutsuki Sharon led a group of puppet soldiers to block up. Tenseigan. You? Black Zetsu couldn't help wrinkling his smooth forehead when he heard this. Looking at Otsutsuki Toneri's closed eyes, Black Zetsu became suspicious. Didn't you say that the Tenseigan can be opened only by using extremely high purity white eyes? Where did you come from, Tenseigan? Otsutsuki Toneri didn't pay attention to Black Zetsu's anxiety. Indifferently said, it's interesting that you actually chose to side with Uzumaki Naruto. Tenseigan naturally needs extremely pure white eyes to be able to open. But that is my Tenseigan. Otsutsuki Toneto's speech immediately caused Black Zetsu to fall into confusion. I don't understand what the other party is saying at all. However, Uzumaki Naruto, who was silent, knew very well what Otsutsuki was thinking. What he calls his Tenseigan is the Tenseigan that grows on him. However, the Tenseigan in his mouth is exactly the Tenseigan in the distant cave that exudes great chakra fluctuations. Shenren did not give Uzumaki Naruto and Black Zetsu a chance to speak again. He continued, Uzumaki Naruto, I didn't expect you to come to me immediately after hearing Black Zetsu's words. And, on the way, you also met my subordinates who were going to Konoha village. You seem to be very confident, letting go of Hyuga Hinata and Hyuga Hanabi. Hyuga Hanabi? Uzumaki Naruto tested Otsutsuki's mind again. Only then did I understand the other party's intentions. What Black Zetsu said before is not unreasonable. Hyuga Hinata, as the eldest lady of the Hyuga family, the concentration of her eyes is indeed higher than that of the general Hyuga family. Also, the grade is not at the same level as the rest of the Hyuga clan. However, one of them has the same white eyes that can meet the conditions for opening Tenseigan. Hyuga Hanabi. Hyuga Hinata's biological sister. So that's it turns out that your purpose is to make eye contact with Hyuga Hanabi. The reason why you let go of Hinata is to complete your plan after destroying the world? As expected of the person who opened Rinnegan, you are really smart, Uzumaki Naruto. Otsutsuki said with a smile. This is the destiny from ancient times to the present. The world created by Sage of 6 Paths was a failure. In that world, You ninjas are just like barbarians who will only fight endlessly, causing the world to die. It is my destiny, I will destroy this failed world, and then create a new world with the white-eyed princess. Although I haven't welcomed Hanabi yet, I think she will come here soon. After transplanting her white eyes, wait for my Tenseigan to open, and I will meet the white-eyed princess Hyuga Hinata. A white-eyed princess. Nine Tails paused for a moment, then casually said, Naruto, does the white-eyed princess refer to Hyuga Hinata? Hey. This bastard is so courageous that he actually paid attention to Hinata. Naruto, stop talking nonsense with him, let's kill him now when he doesn't get Tenseigan. After all, I feel that the chakra coming from the cave in the distance is a bit powerful, and it may be troublesome. It's really interesting. A smile flickers across Uzumaki Naruto's mouth. He didn't expect that Otsutsuki Toneri in front of him would shout so loudly when Hanabi rolled his eyes and opened Tenseigan. It was the first time Naruto met someone who dared to hit his wife in front of Uzumaki Naruto. This kind of thing is more hateful than the villagers of Konoha village calling him a demon fox. Uzumaki Naruto's eyes flashed a glimmer of indifference. Otsutsuki Shiren, in his eyes is already concrete. Before that, let me destroy you first. Uzumaki Naruto. Otsutsuki Toneri is very confident. Black Zetsu murmured in his heart. The purpose of his coming here is to tell Uzumaki Naruto that the Otsutsuki clan exists in the world, and by the way destroy it when the Sharin do not get the Tenseigan. The main fear is that Uzumaki Naruto is not an opponent who can get Tenseigan. However, the current Black Zetsu has regretted it. If Uzumaki Naruto easily solves Otsutsuki, wouldn't it make Uzumaki Naruto even more inflated? Will the Otsutsuki threat theory be useless by then? However, looking at the confident Otsutsuki Toneri, Black Zetsu was relieved. No matter how bad the opponent is, as a descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura, the sire who has the blood of Otsutsuki should not be easily killed by Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto. Black Zetsu, there are so many things to worry about. Naruto was speechless, shrugged. Otsutsuki Tonero, you are very confident. However, just as Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he saw Otsutsuki putting his fingers together. In an instant, a thick energy ray suddenly shot out from the cave in the distance. That is. Black Zetsu turns pale with shock. Uzumaki Naruto also frowned, and immediately raised the golden Susan bones to wrap himself in Black Zetsu. Boom. The moment the energy ray hit Susan's skeleton, it scattered around, accompanied by a huge roar that kept ringing. Where the ray went, the ground was blasted into countless deep pits on the spot. The earth became even more scorched black. What kind of power is this? It can produce such a huge chakra. Tailed beast bomb? Black Zetsu's expression turned ugly. At the same time, Uzumaki Naruto also exclaimed, the energy source in the cave is exactly the power of the Tenseigan that supports the enchantment that Otsutsuki Sharin just said. I didn't expect this Tenseigan's energy ray to be so terrifying that it actually melted my Susanoo. Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, and slowly removed Susanoo. Black Zetsu swallowed nervously upon hearing this. Hey! Uzumaki Naruto, are you kidding me? This guy hasn't born his own Tenseigan yet, your Susanoo can't resist a blow? It's over. This time I was careless. Black Zetsu's previous worries are gone. Before I was worried that Uzumaki Naruto was so arrogant that he didn't have the threat of the Otsutsuki clan because he easily killed the sire who didn't have Tenseigan. Fortunately now, Tenseigan's strongest defense was destroyed with a single shot of laser light. Black Zetsu's heart is ashamed. One side is Otsutsuki who wants to completely destroy the world. It is absolutely impossible to follow him to realize Infinite Tsukuyomi's plan to save Otsutsuki Kaguya. Originally I wanted to count on Uzumaki Naruto, but I didn't expect that Otsutsuki still had Tenseigan in his hands, and the horror of its power was never seen by Black Zetsu. Naruto, quickly think of a way to deal with him. If even you can't defeat him, the ninja world will be finished. Black Zetsu's eyes trembled with nervousness. Think about Hyuga Hinata. What a lovely girl, she is your wife. If you are killed by someone else, what will happen to Hyuga Hinata? Uzumaki Naruto felt the real panic coming from the depths of Black Zetsu's heart. He almost burst out laughing out of joy. There are so many problems with this director. It's not enough to kill others in seconds. It's not good to be forced to a dead end by others. How can I cooperate with him in this scene? Audience. Silent. The audience in Baming World was speechless. Just now they were still wondering how Susanoo, who was stronger than Uzumaki, could be defeated by the giant Tensagen. Thought it was Uzumaki Black Mingtu Big not unfolded full-body Susanoo. According to Uzumaki's mental activity, this guy is completely playing with Otsutsuki and Black. The purpose is to cooperate with Black Zetsu's inner activities just now to play a play. Uchiha Madara. Black Naruto deliberately made Black Zetsu feel weak. In the end, he narrowly defeated Shuren, and Black Zetsu had a chance to raise the Otsutsuki threat theory in front of him. Senju Tobarama. The road has to be taken step by step. If Black Zetsu doesn't raise the Otsutsuki threat theory to Black Naruto, he won't raise the issue of making Black Naruto 10 Tails Jinchuriki. Tsunade. Wait. According to what the second grandpa said, I suddenly figured out why Uzumaki Hyumin will be so powerful in the future. Terumi Mei. Huh? Why? Tsunade. Think about the appearance of Uchiha Madara when he cast Infinite Tsukuyomi back then. He opened the 9 Gyuyu reincarnation Sharingan between his foreheads. Just as Kaguya said, Uchiha Madara already possesses the power of blood succession snare. If he sinks his heart into studying this strength, like a second Otsutsuki Kaguya. Jiraiya. We also know that the purpose of Black Zetsu is to make Black Naruto become like Uchiha Madara, who opened the reincarnation Sharingan, so that Black Zetsu can dig out Black Naruto's heart, and then release Otsutsuki Kaguya. Tsunade. The order of things is like this, but you don't forget that Uzumaki Black Ming's another pupil technique, time travel back, even if Black Zetsu took out his heart, when the time comes. Nani. Tsunade's speech shocked everyone. Many people have already guessed the development of the matter, but they only feel that it is a bit outrageous, so no one dares to discuss it. Jiraiya. Even if Kaguya is unsealed at that time, Black Ming will still exist, and it will exist in the state of Juguyu Rinnegan. He will have all the power of Otsutsuki Kaguya and become the second Otsutsuki Kaguya,